we're playing the ritual. So center objective here. It's the only one we've got. We can do actions to generate more objectives. And we're both decided we wanted to take fixed missionary secondaries for this mission. Because we're playing all monster, all big vehicle type things for this list, we wanted to take Bring It Down as a fixed secondary.
Yep.
And also Storm Hostile Objective. So currently we only have one.
Yeah.
So it's going to be get there first and then try to take it away just constantly. It's kind of going to be a big old king of the middle here for a little while.
Yeah.
We can do an action to generate one other objective per turn. It gets set up at the end of your turn. I'm playing Crusher Stampede. Here we go, trying to bring it back to its former glory. It won't be as good as the old. It'll be good.
I'm excited. I'm playing the Dusty Stampede. And Ahriman, which is cavalry, you know. All right, I got as close as I could. Come on.
Got to fill in those points a little bit, right?
So yeah, I've got Magnus, 2 Mutalith Vortex Beasts, a Mauler Fiend with the Magma Cutters. I've got a Relic Contemptor Dreadnought, who's outfitted for melee. I've got a Hellbrute who is also outfitted for melee. No las cannons or missile launchers, just a couple of fists packing some power. I've got my Demon Prince with my aura of stealth. Hopefully that comes in really handy. I'm going to try and protect him for a bit. 2 Deredeo Dreadnoughts, legends now.
Legends.
One with the las cannons and one with Hellfire Plasma Coronade. Ooh. And of course the missile launchers and, you know, stompy feet. I don't want them in combat. We'll just be very clear about that. Yeah, that, and I think that's it. It's just all meat all day.
Very nice. We, on the Crusher Stampede, are going to be rocking the Swarm Lord. So I got the Swarm Lord here. He is my Warlord. We decided to pick him to give us an extra CP per turn while he's on the battlefield. And he has really good shooting as well. It's not amazing, but it's something. But his attacks in melee are going to be really good. We're doing 2 Malin Scepters, so that would be these guys right here. These are my tough guys, hopefully holding the middle.
Malin Scepter, meet Mutalith. Malin Scepter.
Yeah, so yeah, hopefully they can be able to minus to some of his melee. They do have a -1 if you're within 6 inches of them, and if you're below half strength, it's a -1 to the wound roll as well. So it's a really good way to kind of like tie up the middle. If someone comes charging in, we can kind of weaken them a little bit. We got 1 Screamer Killer. We have Old One Eye. Yeah, my favorite model.
Excellent.
He's going to be accompanied by 2 Carnifexes. Super good. He gives rerolls to the entire unit and himself because of being attached. We also have 2 Tyrannifexes. They're expensive. They got nerfed. I don't care. We're bringing them anyway. They're 245 points apiece, which is too much. But we're bringing them, and we're bringing the rupture cannons on them, the big guns, okay?
That's going to hurt.
If it hits. They're going to be interesting. They're kind of, they either hit or miss, and if they miss, it's a big tears here. But we're rocking them anyway. So those guys, but they're T12. They're super tough. So hopefully they'll be able to stay alive, do some damage. We've got 1 Exocrine. You got to have an Exocrine. If it hits something, it makes you reroll 1s for everyone else that gets to shoot at it. So that's amazing. We also have a Trigon, not a Moloch, but a Trigon. He's in deep strike over here. He can come within 3 inches of somebody. Can't charge, but he can pop up and surprise somebody. Yeah, we're going to see if that'll be useful. Use that later on. I also took 1 little baby Ripper Swarm. He's hiding right here. You can't really see him. I had 20 points to spend. All right, we're going to bring a Ripper Swarm. Yep. So I think that's everybody. We're already deployed. We're already set up. We just need to roll off here for turn 1, unless there's anything else you got to say, John.
Just good luck. This is going to be awesome.
We're just hoping to have fun here tonight. If you guys have any questions, please let us know. Someone on TikTok did say that they were wanted to watch the game and learn more about competitive play or about 40K missions or anything. So if you have any questions, Emily is here in the back. She's doing our production for us, and she's going to be answering your questions, letting us know. We'd love to chat with you guys if you're there watching, so really appreciate it. So here we go. Let's get this game rolling.
All right. I brought my heavy dice since this is a heavy list.
Ooh, all right. Let's see. Turn 1.
5 for me.
That's going to be 1,000 suns. All right. Good luck.
All right. So, CP. Got 1 right off the bat.
I'm going to put it right here if you want to.
Oh, yeah. Good call. Yeah. Okay. So,
I'm going to be keeping track of this with Tabletop Battles app.
run my little chaos spawn out here and do an action, I think. So, our no man's land is that. Is it the rectangles on
Yes.
Search and Destroy?
Yes.
So there you go. These are no man's land. Okay. So those are the only 8 locations we can do the action to gain an objective. So
Yeah.
I'm going to.
You do give up your shooting. That's the kind of the sacrifice. The Chaos Spawns are going to be good for that. The Ripper Swarm is going to be good for that because I don't want to be giving up shooting for something that has really good shooting profile just to put up an objective. However, mid to late game, that might be like a big problem for us where we're like, I really need another objective. I'm losing on points. I'm going to have to sacrifice this so I can shoot, not shoot and put up an objective. So, yeah, going to be really interesting.
All right, well, we're going to give the old Chaos Spawn an 8-inch move here. Get him across the line and see if we can drop an objective down.
And remember, it's got to be 9 inches away from the current objective in the middle. So we've got to get him right in the right spot.
Okay, I'm just going to run away while I'm doing it. I just want to get right over here. Do our units have to be wholly in no man's land to do the objective?
The ritual. So, in each player's shooting phase, the players whose turn it is can select 1 unit from their army that is not battle shocked. That's going to be important as well, and is eligible to shoot. So, eligible to shoot qualifies as someone who hasn't fallen back or advanced, that doesn't have an assault weapon, or is battle shocked. They're not eligible. So, even a unit that is a melee unit that does not have a shooting gun, as long as it didn't fall back or do any of those things, it can still do it. Until the end of this turn, that unit is not eligible to shoot or declare a charge. At the end of the turn, the player whose turn it is can set up 1 objective marker wholly within no man's land and within 1 inch of that unit, provided that it can be set up exactly 9 inches from 1 other objective marker and not wholly within 6 inches. Yes.
Of the board edge?
So the actual token piece, we have these little tokens here to set up the new objectives. These are the standard Games Workshop size. So this token has to be in no man's land. It cannot sit in a deployment zone. You could still hold it from just inside the deployment zone as long as that marker is not within it. If we have space, we'll probably substitute that for these little area objective markers. We really like these. They're really nice neoprene ones that you can set down. It makes it super easy to know if you're holding the objective or not. Sometimes the tokens can be a little bit hard to measure and you're like, oh, I know I was there. Hey, Emily. We've got Betty's about ready to like ruin our lives. Okay. A little chaos spawn of our own. We've got a little cat running around the studio here. Well, John, tell us what you're thinking while you're moving around.
All right, so I'm going to use this Chaos Spawn unit to put an objective as far away from Landon as I can get it. I'm going to defend it with a Deredeo Dreadnought with Las Cannon Coronade, which is going to do 48-inch range, along with his 48-inch missile range. So we've got a little bit of a defensive line, just kind of in the coward zone. Okay. We're dust. What do we care? Call us names. Yeah, so we're just kind of we're getting a little bit froggy here. I am going to advance with Armon, see if I can get him into it.
Roll the 1 on the advance there.
That's not what I wanted. All right, so Armon is just going to scoot up here rather than doing anything useful. Just kind of hide out, you know. Magnus is going to hang out in the backfield this round. We don't want him out and dead too soon. My Demon Prince is going to move right up into the corner of this building because I want his aura of stealth to be everything it can possibly be for everybody I can possibly give that aura to. I didn't particularly want to go first. I wanted to get in there and like kill him off the first objective, right? So now I got to play a little cagey, just to protect a few things here and there. That being said, this cute little Hellbrute over here, you know, he doesn't have a whole lot of shooting.
Tell us about the Hellbrute, because has he changed a little bit from 9th edition? I know, like in last edition, if he took any damage, he got mad and like did more damage or something. So how does he work this round in 10th edition?
So the Hellbrute in 10th edition adds to my Cabal points. I'm not running with a lot of Cabal points because I only have 3 sorcerers. I've got Magnus, who generates 4, Ahriman, who generates 3, and a Demon Prince, who generates 2. So that's a grand total of 9, which is enough to take away Landon's saves 1 time, as long as I'm generating 9. What the Hellbrute does is anytime I cast a ritual within an aura range of, where'd he go? Within an aura range of 9 inches, I gain a Cabal point.
Ooh.
So, for example, if I want to protect my guys and give some saves out, in shooting and melee and charge and movement phases, for whatever reason, for example, I'm about to move outside here, although I'm not doing it with one of my 3 sorcerers. If I were, I could re-roll a save for only 2 Cabal points, and if I'm within 9 inches of my Hellbrute, I would generate one of those right back. So I can sustain a little bit more of my spellcasting ability for a little bit longer if I'm using the lower cost spells.
That sounds crazy good. If you guys have never played Thousand Suns before, the Cabal points they generate by just having their characters on the battlefield, it's a whole nother resource pool that they can pull from through the game to do. Basically, it feels like more stratagems, right? They've got more abilities, more stratagems to work with. It just makes the army extremely flexible. And you're like, wait, you can do what? You can just take away my invuln for 9 Cabal points or whatever it is? Crazy good. So that might come in handy this game.
And one of those stratagems, or one of those Cabal rituals, is to do a stratagem for 0 CP. So, and that one comes in handy when I have like Magnus out in the middle of, everywhere. And I want to take 0 damage from a, D6 plus 3 damage attack that I just rolled, missed the save on. I can turn that to 0 damage for 6 Cabal points. So not a bad way to go about it.
Not bad at all. Alright, so I'm going to pull out Bring It Down here and Storm Hostile Objectives so we can have those. John's going to get moving around and then probably start shooting some stuff.
Yeah. I'm going to keep him back, actually. I'm going to keep the Hellbrute back inside the building for a round.
Okay.
He doesn't have any real good shooting. He wants to be in melee. If he's going to do anything this game, he's got to do it in melee. He's got 2 heavy bolters. That's it. So we're instead going to do a little bit of this action with my Mutalisk as I knock all the terrain around.
Ooh, here he comes.
Here we go. We're gonna come and get you. Counter.
Man, the Mutalith too, it's so good right now. That if you play Thousand Suns and don't have a Mutalith, I would heavily consider it. They are just outstanding this round, this edition. Damage output is insane. Abilities are insane. Just all around really good unit. I think most Thousand Sun lists, this is going to be just an auto take for most armies.
Absolutely. Yeah, that is a for sure ski. The Mutalith is just brutal. His beam attack, ridiculous amounts of it.
You've got to activate it like a Pokemon, though. You got to be like, Mutalith, beam attack, go!
It's true. You do. Mutalith, beam attack. I'm also going to keep my Mauler Fiend back just a little bit for a round, because he also wants to be in really close combat. So my Mauler Fiend, he does crazy damage in melee, and his Magma Cutter is only 6 inches. So I want him in combat because it's a Melta too. So when he hits with his Magma Cutter, I've got to be within 3 inches for that to give me the extra bonus damage, the +2 to my damage. And I want that. So I'm keeping him in reserve a little bit. This guy.
Lucky Boy Gaming says, nicely painted armies, both of you.
Thank you.
We're working on it. We're working on it. We don't have everything completely painted, but we are getting there.
Exactly. I've got a few pieces that I'm partially painted on. Magnus is being worked on by an expert, not me. So that's fantastic. Yeah, we're kind of just working on, and this is not my tournament list army, so most of these guys are painted from long past. But thank you very much, really appreciate that.
Yeah, we like to do LVO every single year as a group, as 3 sides of the cube. There's 5 of us that are prepping and getting ready this year, so today this is just kind of a more fun list. We are still doing tournament rules, but we're just having fun with this list. They're not probably the best of the best lists for sure. And most of the models that I have painted up on the Tyranids are the ones that I did take last year to LVO. So now just got to get these new Screamer Killers and some of these other models updated. So we're working on it, and probably do some painting videos here pretty soon as well.
How many points are we working with today?
2,000 points each.
Yeah.
So we wanted to do a regular 2,000 point game, kind of keep it normal with the mission rules.
So with what I've got, I'm running at a disadvantage, a big disadvantage. I'm at 1990. Not that big of a disadvantage. So I don't have anybody to throw in there for 10 points, and I only have one guy I can put enhancements on, and he's got one. So that just is what it is.
Yeah, the enhancements on Crusher Stampede weren't that great either. The 2 characters I do have are named characters, so they weren't eligible to put an enhancement on for the list. So we're pretty much just running just the regular loadouts on all of these. But I think they're going to be good units for this.
So I just moved that Mutalith a second time. I spent 5 Cabal points to do a second move with him.
Whew.
But I get 1 Cabal point back because of my... so basically what that means is I am now in my shooting phase because my Cabal rituals are only eligible to be used at the beginning of certain phases, so I have to really think ahead, my Cabal rituals. So if I want to get a 0 damage stratagem in play, in my shooting phase or his shooting phase, I have to announce that at the beginning of the phase. Otherwise, it's not, it doesn't, you don't get to retroactively use your cabal points. At least you shouldn't.
Okay, well, John's taking a really long time moving, and I'm getting bored. I'm going to overwatch that guy that just moved in the middle.
Got one more. I expected that, and so my second cabal ritual is to add one save, one free reroll on a save. So that's down to 3, but back up to 4.
I'm going to use my CP, go down to 0. Start rolling some dice, man. We're just okay. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the Malin Scepter here. He's got D6 plus 3 shots. We're going to go ahead and roll it. Ooh,
no,
that's the big 6. Woo, that's pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9. We do need 6s though. Come on. Feeling lucky, feeling lucky. Here we go. Oh! Okay. No 6s. I should not be so impatient. Okay.
So the Malin Scepters give you an aura of -1 to hit, correct?
No. So how it works is if your model is actually within 6 inches of the Malin Scepter model itself. So currently your Mutalith looks like he's about 8 inches or so away. So currently it would only affect models that were within that aura. And it is a psychic aura. I don't know if that helps you out. Thousand Suns can sometimes counteract some psychic abilities. So I've got the 2 Malin Scepters here. So anytime you're within that 6 inches of them, it's a -1 to your hit rolls.
Okay. All right. And you were saying the Malin Scepters got some shooting on them, right?
Yeah, I had those attacks. If they'd have gone through, it would have been strength 10 minus 2 AP, flat 3 damage. So I was hoping to maybe get a couple hits in there and start plinking down that Mutalith because he is so tough. Yeah. But I also made John spend those Cabal points for no reason. So.
Yep. And you know, yeah. Well, so for me, I'm going to start with my 2 Daredeo Dreadnoughts. We're going to start with this guy back here who has 2 Arachnus Heavy Las Cannon batteries.
Okay.
So I've got 4 shots each, or 4 shots in total from the Las Cannons. And that, so we're going to basically put, so he's got Twin Heavy Bolter at 36 inches. I don't think there's anybody in range.
36, you might. What
do you think?
36. Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to put all of his shooting into your Malin Scepter there.
Okay.
I'm going to start with the big shots. So Arachnus Heavy Las Cannon battery. Got 4 shots here.
Ooh, a couple 5s in there. 3 5s.
Ooh, fantastic. So nothing special about it other than hits on 3s. So all but one of those go in.
Okay.
Strength 12, toughness
11.
11. So 3s here. There's a 1. So I got 2 wounds at -3, and these are D6 plus 1 damage.
Ooh, pretty good. 4 up invulns. Oh, I made them both. I got a 6 and a 4.
Okay.
Okay.
I got 1 more shot with my Boreas air defense missile, which is an anti-fly. Completely useless in this matchup. But
no flyers today.
it otherwise has the exact same payload, basically, as those Las Cannons.
Ooh.
So there's
6.
1 hit, and I need a 3, and there's a 3. So there's 1 more at -3. 4 up again.
-3, a 4 up again.
And
Oh, that's a 4. We got it.
breaking the game already. All right, cool. And now for my Twin Heavy Bolters. So this is, let's see, I think I only get the 3 shots with this. So 3 shots. Ooh, 2 1s in there. That's no good. But 1 4 hits. This is strength 5, so I need a 5. I need a 6, and I got a 2. Okay.
Okay.
1 Daredeo down. When do we do the objective? At the beginning of the shooting phase or the end? It's at the beginning, right?
Yes.
Okay. So my Chaos Spawn dropping an objective, 1 inch in.
You got to make sure you are within that other objective, though, right?
Oh, it's got to be within 6 inches?
9 inches, yeah.
Oh, it's got to be within 9 inches. Okay.
Yeah.
So that actually doesn't work. I thought it had to be outside of 9 inches.
Let's double check here. Do.
Because I could actually do that if I didn't move them in the first place. Yeah.
So it has to be in no man's land. You have to set it up an inch from your unit that's doing the action. It has to be exactly 9 inches away from a current objective. So even though like his home objective in the back there isn't worth anything in the command phase for this mission, he's going to be measuring 9 inches either from that one or from this one right here.
And is it 9 inches from the edge?
9 inches from the actual objective.
The
So
center.
we'd have to pretend that like this is the little center objective here, and you'd have to measure from that.
Okay. Well, then that didn't work. What I'm going to have to do is do it with. I don't think I can get it from there, so I'm going to have to do it from here, and do it with my helper, and just put it right there, right on the other side here.
Okay.
So that should be.
So
That's what,
exactly 9 inches away, can't be within 6 inches. So that looks good.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Still get the job done.
Yeah,
Just
that
gotta
works.
figure it out. Cool. So we'll go ahead and take my other Deredeo Dreadnought. Do
Okay.
the same thing. All shots into the
Go.
mountain
See if we
scepter.
can take it twice.
He doesn't have any negatives on him, right?
I don't think anybody in my army has a -1 stealth or anything like that unless you are within range of the Malin Scepter. So.
What are their invulns?
So this is Old One Eye, who's attached to this unit here.
Oh, so I can't shoot.
Yeah, you'd have to target the Carnifexes first. The Screamer Killer himself does not have an invuln, just has a 2-up save. So.
We're on that path then. I don't think I've got a good line of sight.
We do have our
You
little.
get the benefit of cover there. So I'm still going for the Maliceptor. Everything into him. See if we can take him down. This is my Hellfire Plasma Coronade.
Okay.
Coronade. And what's the use in having plasma if you don't
Yeah, got overloaded,
you
man.
gotta supercharge this stuff. So Hellfire Plasma Coronade. So this is going to be 6 shots times 2. So that's 12.
So we've got Brian asking about the objectives. Can you explain briefly what you have set
Yeah.
up for your objectives?
So if you look in the Leviathan mission pack, this is the ritual, is what it's called. It says normally there's 2 other objectives right here with this setup. This is the search and destroy setup. So you would put 1 in the middle, 2 right here. But this mission says take those 2 away at the beginning of the game. And you only have this 1 in no man's land right here. So this is my deployment zone. That's Thousand Suns deployment zone. So those ones don't count for primary points when we score points on the beginning of the second round. We're still in the first round. So you have to do an action to set up a new objective. So you could actually end up in the end of the game with like 5 to 6 extra objectives, but we've got to set them up ourselves. So we have this one in the center. That's the only one that's going to give us points. And then John, with this little objective on the top-down camera here, he is attempting to set up a new objective. So at the end of his turn, if everything goes well and he doesn't charge or anything like that, he'll just set up a new objective here. And then that's 2 objectives that we need to hold. So that's how it's going to work for this mission specifically. Normally, in all the other missions, they're pre-set up. You might get 1 extra one, but that's kind of, they don't really change. That's kind of what you work with, usually around 3. So.
Where did we get these cool ads from?
Oh, John, where did you get those from?
All right. So I'm kind of a dice goblin, kind of a collector of sorts, of many different things. So in this case, I actually got these from eBay, which I know it's awesome. There are so many custom vendors on eBay who produce amazing product for Warhammer 40K games. I actually got 3 different sets of these objective markers. Neoprene, I got this cool magic one, got this cool chaos one, and I got this cool Imperium, tanks and battlefield debris ones. And I think, I probably, oh yeah, and then we got that one too.
Yeah, so they're amazing. There's the neoprene. They're really flexible. They don't scratch. They've got, this one actually has the numbers on them and the objective size. We have some other ones here that have some terrain on them. So I mean, we've really been happy with them. They're super easy for you to say, oh, he's obviously touching it. He's on the objective. Frontline Gaming makes a bunch of these, as well as battle mats that are made out of the same material. While we were at LVO last year, there was a lot of custom vendors that, besides Frontline Gaming, that were making these. They're quite popular. We like them a lot, especially too because they show up on camera for you guys. This little token can be kind of hard to see, so you're like, who's on objectives, who's not. So yeah.
So yeah, I collect things.
John's got a few sets, if you know what I mean.
But guess who just jumped on and says hi?
Big Daddy Dragon?
James Blackburn.
James Blackburn!
Nice.
Hey, welcome, man.
Hey,
From college. Awesome.
That's awesome.
Playing some games of Warhammer.
What's up, man?
Welcome. All right.
Okay,
So,
let's
back
get
to
rolling.
business.
we're in
Back
the
to
shooting
business.
phase. John's trying to shoot me off the board here.
I am. I've got 12 supercharged plasma coronade shots coming your direction.
Ouch.
Hitting on threes. Not ones.
Ooh, there's a lot of ones there.
Ugh. Oh, that was absolutely terrible. Out of 12, I got 5 that went through. And these are only strength 8, so that means I'm wounding on 5.
Putting up 5s.
Let's give you 1.
Okay.
1 at -3.
1 is 3. Here's my 4 up there involved in here. Ooh, that's a 1. How much damage are we doing?
Flat 3.
Flat 3 damage. All right. So this Maliceptor is going to go from 14 wounds, I believe, all the way down to 11.
Cool.
First blood.
Yeah. Then he's going to hit you with his Boreas air defense missile. Yes, he does hit.
Okay.
And this is strength 12, so I need a 3. I got a 4, so that's another -3.
Oh, another 1.
Yeah.
How much damage?
All right, this one's D6 plus 1.
Uh-oh.
You want to reroll? Oh, you don't have any CP!
I used my CP on my Overwatch there.
Oh, come on. All right.
A 1!
I will use my
Oh,
CP
he is going to
here.
use his CP. Okay.
So, a
Come on.
1 on my damage roll.
Do it again. Do it again.
That one's a 6. It didn't go in the box. Do you want me to re-roll that into the
It's
box?
up to you. It's fine. It's fine.
All right.
So that's 7 damage. Woo! It's going to take me all the way down to 4. Which means he is damaged. However, I am playing Crusher Stampede, so when my monsters lose wounds, they're below starting strength, they're +1 to hit, so that's going to balance out for me. And when they're below half health, it's +1 to wound, so you're actually just making me angrier.
Well, that makes this next roll that much more important.
Oh, he's got more shots?
Oh yeah, he's got his chest weapon is his twin heavy bolter, so this is only 3 shots. But it's twin linked, which I forgot on the last one. But that's okay. So 2 go through. This is only strength 5, so I need 6s. But it's twin linked, which means I get to re-roll.
The wound roll.
And it's sustained hits 1. I didn't remember that either.
Yeah. These are old profiles. This
is an abnormal army.
We don't play with the Daredales very often.
No. All right, so I need 6s. Didn't get any 6s out of 2 shots twice. So okay. So he's done. Now you got how many ones left? 4. All right. I'm going to bring out my Relic Contemptor Dreadnought. So, this is kind of an interesting thing. So, in 10th edition, the Daredeos and the Contemptor are not really allowed in my army right now. So, this is Battle Scribe giving me the best of what is available for these particular models in the current edition.
Yeah, most likely when John gets his new codex here, that they're not going to be included anymore. They're going to be pushed into Legends, which you can still play, similar to Forge World models. Some of those Forge World models you can play in 10th edition in tournament games. Some of them, they're just more in just casual games where they'll give you the data sheets for them, but it's kind of also more for like 30K as well. We don't dabble a lot in strictly 30K missions where they use mostly Forge World models, but yeah, we're using them today because we can.
Indeed. It's kind of cool. I was looking for these because I do have these models, right? So it's kind of fun to be able to, play with them. Now, hazardous, will you help me remember, is that per shot that I roll a dice, or is it per weapon?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. Because I owe you a hazardous test for him, and I'm about to owe you a hazardous test.
I think it's just per gun. So,
that's
if you had 2 guns that are hazardous, you'd have to roll both.
Give me ones. Yeah, 3
All right,
and 2.
so 2 and a 3, so he's okay.
Can you guys explain really quickly, just, so
For sure.
wounds are essentially the health points?
Yes, so when you look at a typical data sheet, you've got, that'll give you the movement. I don't know if you can see this on the top down or not, if it's going to be very friendly with it here. Yeah, so in 10th edition right now, you can buy these index cards if you don't have an actual physical codex out. They're just starting to release codexes out. But so on the datasheet cards, you'll have the movement characteristic, the toughness of the model, its save characteristic, and then a W for wounds. So that's the wound characteristic, HP essentially, right? How many wounds that has to kill that model. So for example, my Malinceptor here started with 14 wounds, and he is now down to 4 remaining. When we set dice down on the battlefield, we like to put wounds remaining instead of damage done, just so it's clear how many wounds they have left.
Exactly.
All right, so you still got one more shot?
I have...
Oh, you got a couple. You still got another Mutalith, too.
I've got 2 Mutaliths to go. They can both shoot.
Okay.
But that will basically be at once. My Contemptor.
You're working on this guy right here now. This is the Contemptor
guy.
sticking out just barely so he can shoot around that building.
So he's going to hit you with his Crack is Whack missile launcher. They both hit. Strength 9, so still 5s and 6s here.
Okay.
Nope.
3 and a 4.
Nothing.
Oh, nothing there.
All right. So then his supercharged plasma blasters. So he's got 4 shots with that. 2 for each arm, and these are going to be supercharged. There's 1-1, but that doesn't matter here. It would matter there. 2 6s and a 3, so those all hit. Strength 8, so again 5s and 6s.
Ooh.
Man, I am not rolling well.
This Malinceptor is just sweating in the middle.
Okay. So now I owe you 2 hazardous tests over the... Oh no, I got
You
those.
did those ones, so we just got to do this
hazardous
Contemptor now.
Okay,
Oh,
a
2
2
and
and
a
a
4,
4.
he's good.
No damage. So hazardous tests on any weapon that has the hazardous keyword. If you roll a 1 on your hazardous test, which you cannot re-roll, you take 3 mortal wounds.
I think it's D3 for monsters and vehicles. It's a D3. We can double check that.
Yeah.
But if you're an infantry unit, like just a small unit, then the model is just destroyed if you roll a 1.
If the model is a character, monster, or vehicle, it's flat 3.
Oh, flat 3. So it's a little more risky in this circumstance. All right.
Risk schmish. Okay, so now I've got my 2 Mutalith Vortex Beasts.
Okay.
You've got 4 wounds left. So I've got to decide. I cannot charge with my Mutalith because he's already moved twice. He got the Cabal Ritual to move the second time at the beginning of the shooting phase, so he can't charge into combat. That one over there, we're going to do... we really want to take that guy out. So I think... But, you've got a 4-up.
So he has a 3-up save with cover because these little neoprene pieces here are forest terrain. They're giving cover for anything that's touching into it. So he does have cover, but I'm sure you have a lot of AP on these attacks.
Well, if I were to do my beam attack, I would. But in this case, I'm going to do a blast attack, which won't matter for additional shots on him. The blast keyword means that if you have units of 5, 10, 15, or 20, You get 1 additional shot with your blast weapon for each quantity of 5 in a unit. In this case, quantity of 1, no extra shots. So this is going to be D6 plus 3.
Okay.
That is 5.
Nice. A lot of shots here.
Mm-hmm. All right. So on 3s. Only missed on 2. That's good. But I do need. This is only strength 9. So I do need 5s and 6s.
Okay.
I haven't rolled any of those yet. So let's see. Hey, there we go. Got 4 at -2, flat 2 damage.
All right. 4 minus 2.
Only have to miss 2 saves.
So he has an invulnerable stamina 4 up. So here we go. We need 4s. We need a lot of them. Oh, that's 3 of them. So 1 of them missed. How much damage are we doing here?
Flat 2.
Flat 2. Woo. He's still alive.
All right. Well, Mutolith number 2 is going to rinse and repeat that same thing. See if we can just take him
D6
down.
plus 3 shots.
Ooh, that's a 6 this time.
All right. Max shots.
Ah. All right. So 9 coming at you on 3s. 1s and 2s go away. 1 less shot made it through. So 5, and this is 5s and 6s again. Okay, only 2. You only need to miss 1 for me to kill that monster.
I don't have any rerolls either. So here we go.
Yeah!
So that's
Victory!
that's a Mountain Scepter gone down. He does have Deadly Demise, means like he explodes and does damage on a 6 up. So let's not get a 6 here. We got a 1. We're okay. Otherwise, that would do a bunch of mortals to my current army here. Unfortunately, this guy is gone.
All right. 1 down.
Yeah. All right. You got any other shooting?
Nope, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, so we're going to score it up here. He is going to get first blood on points here for killing a model.
Yeah.
So, bring it down. He killed a monster or a vehicle that has 10 to 14 wounds, which scores him 3 points.
Cool.
Storm hostile objective.
Nothing there, because I own both of the objectives on the field in no man's land. So that means he's got the option for points.
0 points there. Okay. All right. Turn 1 Tyranids. Here we go. We're going to strike back here. We each gain CP for the turn. However, I do have a Swarm Lord on the battlefield, and while he is on the battlefield, I get to score an additional point in my turn. So I'm going to go jump up to 2 CP. Okay. Well, you can't really see it with that one. So 2 CP. Command phase. We don't really have too much going on, so I think we're okay. We're going to get moving around here. All right. So, John successfully did the action here to set up an objective. So this objective is now in play. So we can either set up a neoprene one if you want, or we can leave that there. I likewise am going to try to do the same thing here. I have a little Ripper Swarm that's just going to nudge up here to this point and do that same action. He's going to try to put an objective for us right here, kind of in this space where we want to be. And then we're going to be moving around. Tyrannofex here is going to peek out so that he can shoot some stuff, as well as this Tyrannofex. Do I want to? I think I'm going to do it so that I can get my Swarm Lord out if I want to.
So in head. That's Emily.
They can't see me. It's on the top down.
Oh. All right. You can't see her.
What is the objective control of your model?
Mutolith has 4.
Okay.
So a little bit, but not too much.
So each model that we have has an OC or an objective control that decides whoever has the most highest number of OC controls this objective. So we're going to be fighting in the middle a lot for this, so it's going to kind of matter. Old One Eye, let's get in here and do some damage.
Oh boy.
Let me double check that I'm doing this right. Hold one eye, 8 inches. That's pretty sure what I thought it was. He's gonna get close. Carnifexes are gonna follow. Whoa. These guys are all 1 unit.
So, Old One Eye and the Carnifexes, they are so potent in melee. He's going to throw down a copious amount of shots, punches, claws. He's going to go for me. But you know what? My Mutolith, he's pretty tough. He's got an invuln, a 5-up invuln, so any high armor penetration stuff that he's got coming my way. You know, it has to make it past my 3-up armor save, my 4-up armor save, my 5-up invuln, and then he's got what's called a feel no pain. So after the damage roll is done, my saves have missed. If he does a 3 damage attack, I will then get to roll 3 dice, and on any 5s, ignore that pain. Feel none of it. Anything other than a 5 and I'll feel all the pain. So hopefully my Mutoliths will be sticking around long enough to feel less and less pain as I whittle away Landon's army here.
All right, we're going to start with the Exocrine. He is going to shoot at the Mutolith in the back there.
Okay, did we have a model that was doing damage after I had died?
Doing a damage after it dies.
Yes.
Oh,
So, yeah. Go ahead.
the Deadly Demise?
The Deadly Demise on
Yeah.
the Moloch.
Yeah, so the Malinceptor that died right here, you do a Deadly Demise test. You roll a dice, and if it's a 6, then he does explode and do that damage. I did roll a 1, however, so he doesn't do any damage, is how that works.
So I think army-wide, there's only 1, 2, 3 models on the table that don't have Deadly Demise.
Yeah, so every time a model dies, we need to do that check. It could be good, it could be... I actually have a stratagem that if I wanted to, I could make that auto-explode. So if there's a situation where maybe I have a Carnifex or something over here and he's completely surrounded by enemy units, I could pay 1 CP and have him auto-explode. But yeah, every time that model dies, usually when they're monsters or vehicles, you have to roll that Deadly Demise test. So, thanks.
We had an amazing game, about 2 months ago, give or take, where I had brought down 2 or 3 of Landon's models to 1 or 2 wounds. I also had 1 or 2 models in range with Deadly Demise on 1 or 2 wounds. He killed one of my models. My model exploded. I think it killed my other model, one of your models, and then one of those Deadly Demise then exploded, and like the best kind of chain reaction ensued. It was amazing.
It could definitely happen, yeah. All right, we're going to get shooting some stuff. Exocrine is just barely pointing down a little bit to see this Mutolith here. So we're going to shoot. He's got D6.
Really quick,
Yeah.
everything right here is -1 to hit, thanks to my Demon Prince.
Okay.
So.
Sounds good. I rolled a 6 on that, so that's going to be 9 shots. This is a heavy weapon, so I would get +1 to hit. So we're going to be hitting on our regular 3s here. Here we go. Rolled 2 and a 1 there. Take that out. So that's 7 hits. Strength 8 to toughness.
Toughness 10.
Toughness
5s
10.
and 6s.
So I need 5s and 6s here. Whoa, not a single one.
Aha!
But we did score in a successful hit, which is really good. He has symbiotic targeting on his data sheet. So now every time I target him with some other model, anytime I roll a 1 on the hit roll, we're going to re-roll that roll. So,
Pretty good.
yeah, missed, but we targeted him. All right, so now we're going to go with this Tyrannofex right here with the Rupture Cannon. We're going to go over into here. This is only 2 shots, so we got to make it count here. We do have a -1 hit.
That means they're strong.
Okay, here we go. So looks like we're hitting on 4s now with your -1 to hit,
Okay.
because I did move this turn, even though they do have heavy. I don't get that +1. So 4s, a 6 and a 2. We got 1 hit. How do we want to use this CP today? Yeah, we're gonna re-roll one of these. So spending 1 CP, going down to 1. We want a 4 here. Nope, didn't work. Okay, strength 18 to toughness
10.
10. So we need a 3. Oh, another 1. See, this is what I'm talking about. These rupture cannons are super strong. They do a ton of damage. They do 2d6 damage. But man, they can be so swingy. If you mess with them, that's it. We do have some stinger salvos here. I don't know if it's going to be worth it. Yeah, it might be. So we have same target, stinger salvos. These are just little shots. We're hitting on 4s here. We have 3 hits, re-rolling 1s.
Yeah.
Didn't help. That -1's really coming in good for him here. We need 5s and 6s here. We have 1 at AP 0.
AP 0.
Yep.
This is from him.
Yep.
All right, so I get the benefit of cover, except on AP 0, no benefit of cover. So he rolls a 4, he saves on a 4.
Okay, sounds good. We're gonna go with the next. Oh man, we're gonna go with the next Terran effects. We're gonna try to do the same thing. Hopefully, we're a little more successful here. Unless maybe, can we see anybody over there? We can't. He did a really good job of blocking out that way.
Probably see Magnus, because I can't hide his wings completely. And you can see over this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you could hit Chaos Spawn, and we would say Magnus. Magnus would get the benefit of cover.
Does Magnus also have a -1 to hit?
He does not have the -1 to hit.
Okay.
I do have to declare, and I should have done this at the beginning in my command phase.
Sure.
Magnus is going to, if I forget again, Magnus is default, so he gets to pick one of three different types of special Crimson King bonus, and in this case we're going with a -1 damage. The other thing that I forgot to do was declare what my psychic my psychic attacks do, and what I'm going to do is sustained hits 1.
Okay.
So any psychic attacks, if I roll 6s, I get an extra hit.
Okay. As tempting as that is, I think we're going to target the same Mutilith. So here we go. -1, so 4s. A 4 and a 6, that's 2 hits. 18, so we need 3s here. Ooh, a 3 and a 5. Here we go, where I might actually do something here. -4 AP, John.
So 5 up in Volans.
All right.
2 shots. There's a 6 and a 4, so 1 goes through.
One goes through.
Spending the CP
Here we
on
go. We need 2d6. Ooh, 8 damage.
damage. All right.
We did something. Yeah.
So my Mutilith now gets to roll his Feel No Pains. I roll 6 dice on 5s, those 6s. He does not take the damage. And I rolled really well. I got 5 5s
Wow.
and 6s, so he, I'm sorry, 6 5s and 6s. He takes 2 damage.
Takes 2
He's
damage.
got 13, so that takes him down to 11. Those Feel No Pains can really swing.
Stinger salvos into this Mutilith here in the center. These are probably not going to do much, but we're going to roll them anyway. Might get lucky here. Looks like we have 1 wound. Oh, sorry, 2 on 5s.
1 saved, 1 goes through, 1 damage.
1 damage.
Okay, 5 up, Feel No Pain. Nope, not on a 1. So that's this one?
Yep.
Okay. So he's down to 12.
So if you can see part of it, like any part of the model,
Yeah.
including the base.
Yeah, including even weapons, anything. So for example, he's got his little Contemptor Dreadnought here, just sticking an arm out. Yeah. That works for line of sight for everything. Yeah. Some Tyranid models, the Toxicrene, for example, a lot of people say that he's almost unplayable because he has these massive, tangly, and he's always visible. So if you can see any part of the model, you can shoot at it. Kind of the same situation with Magnus here. It's almost impossible to hide him because he has these giant stretching wings. I have a flying hive tyrant variant here.
Yeah.
This guy has just huge, massive wings as well. So if you just stick any little piece of that out from a building, that's all you need to draw the line of sight.
Now, the way the buildings are structured, if you are wholly behind the structure, then you get an obscuring keyword, which basically means that if you can't see those little bits, you can't see anything. So that's why Magnus is kind of hidden back there as well as he is. But by moving this Tyrannifex out, he was able to see a wing and could have shot at Magnus.
18.
The other benefit. Really
Yeah, go ahead.
So, like, my Contemptor does have his hand sticking out here, so he can get shot and he can shoot. But since you can't draw a line of sight from any part of your base to all of my base on that Contemptor, I get what's called the benefit of cover, which gives me an additional. It subtracts 1 AP. Well, no, it
Gives a +1 to your save.
Gives +1 to my save.
So, for example, if you had a 4-up characteristic save and you had cover, you could get a 3-up save. So.
Yeah.
Which works the same way. I mean, if you have this giant monster, you could technically just stick his ankle just behind a building. The rest of his body's out, and he still gets cover because he's not fully visible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The downside to that is if the AP for a weapon is 0, you don't get that extra bonus on your save.
Correct.
You shouldn't need it, right?
Yeah. All right, so we're going to activate the Swarm Lord here. He's going to go ahead and shoot. He only has an 18-inch range, so I'm going to target the Mutolith here in the center. I rolled a 5 on his shots, so that's 8 shots total. Cool. Looks like we need... Does he also have a -1?
He does.
He does.
-1 to hit.
So -1 to hit, so it looks like we're hitting on... this is a Torrent. So this automatically hits. However, it's only a strength 5, so because of your toughness 10, I need 6s here to wound. 3 of them. So that is AP 1, 2 damage.
AP 1, 2 damage, so I don't get the benefit of cover there because I'm fully visible to your Swarm Lord. So that means AP 1 you said?
Yep.
So I'm just going for my 5-up invuln. So I rolled 1 6, a 2 and a 3. What's the damage characteristic?
2.
So that means I got to roll 4 dice, and on 5s. Oh man! So he felt 3 of those pains and dodged 1 of them.
Nice.
Okay, so he's down to 9.
Okay. I don't have a lot of shooting left. We just have Carnifexes are all kitted out melee here, all melee options. I do have the Screamer Killer. He is going to shoot the Mutolith in the center. Here we go. Number of D6 plus 3. Ooh, spinning around. Oh, a 1. So only 4 shots. Ballistic skill 4, so we're hitting on 5s here. Ooh, 1 hit, which is all I really wanted, because on a successful hit, we're going to make that model do a battle shock test. So let's see if we wound. We do wound, so 1 save at -2.
1 save at -2, so 5 up. That's a 4.
1 damage.
So another
Feel no
5.
pain.
Oh man, come on.
So he takes 1 damage, but more importantly, he takes a battle shock test right now.
Okay.
Subtracting 1 from that test.
All right. So his leadership is 6, so that means I need to roll a 7 or better.
Yeah.
So, and a 4 is not going to do it. So that objective is now yours. And you
So we have these little battle shock tokens here.
Okay.
We're going to put that on him. If you guys aren't familiar with battle shocked, how it works in 10th edition, if you are below half strength in your command phase, you just have to take a test. This is just to see if your guys are sturdy enough to keep their wits about them, and the OC value that they have on the card sheet, that goes to 0 if they're battle shocked. So this Mutolith here that has 4 OC is now counts as 0, and even if he stays alive, there's no way he can hold that objective. So that's a good thing for us.
Wait, even if
Even
You
if
you
I
underestimate the power of the
it
Mutilith,
is
Landon.
it is charge time, my friend.
Oh,
We're going
no.
to charge in there. Here we go. We're moving from the shooting phase to the charging phase. We are going to go with. We're going to go with the Screamer Killer here first.
Okay.
We're going to charge roll. It looks big. Looks like an 8. So we are going to go right here. I'm going to put him on 2 objectives here.
Okay.
We're going to touch into there. We're going to go with the, actually, we're going to stop right there and we're going to pay 1 CP for a strat. So in the Crusher Stampede detachment, one of the stratagems that we have is Massive Impact. So in the charge phase, just after a monster from your army ends a charge move, select 1 enemy unit with engagement range of your model, roll 6d6. For each 4-up, it suffers a mortal wound. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to crash into him, try to do some mortals. Ooh, that's 4 mortal wounds.
Okay, so I do get to roll my feel no pains on these. So 4 5 is what I'm looking for. I got none of them. So he's down to 4 wounds.
Awesome.
Can you explain Battle Shock really quick?
Yeah. So Battle Shock, if you're below half strength in your command phase, you have to take a Battle Shock. So if you have infantry unit of 10, for example, and you're down to 5, you have to take a Battle Shock test. And if you fail it, your objective control value becomes 0. So you can no longer use stratagems on that unit. They can't control objectives. It's actually pretty big. Tyranids right now are really big in this. I just played our other live stream. If you want to go back into YouTube and watch that, it was the entire army did something with Battle Shock. It either gave bonuses, it did a million Battle Shocks. Unfortunately, Steven was just inundated with these Battle Shocks. They're really good right now for Tyranids. If you play a Tyranids player in competitive play, you're going to face it. I also have the Shadow and the Warp ability. So either in John's command phase or my command phase, if I have a unit on the battlefield that has that Shadow and the Warp ability, which is almost everyone, I just make everyone do a Battle Shock test. So the Screamer Killer, what happened is when he gets a successful hit roll, they have to do a Battle Shock test. So subtracting 1 because of his ability, John failed that. So now this Mutilith here has an objective control of 0. So even without killing the model, just touching it and giving him Battle Shock, now I own this objective. Yeah.
What is the OC for your Screamer Killer?
The Screamer Killer has an OC, I think, of 3. But let me check. 3, yes.
All right. So that means this objective is contested because my Hellbroot's there.
Yeah, so currently we're both touching this objective here. So that means neither John or I control it because we each have 3 on there. I'd have to jump another model up on there to be able to control it, which is good because I can deny it in his command phase. All right, we're going to charge now with the Malin Scepter going in there as well. Here we go. That's a 5. I think that gets it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, just enough.
All right. I'm going to move my damage dice out here for him because this much melee coming in, it's a pretty good chance he's going to blow up.
All right, old one eye. Here we go. Whoop, take these out. That's a 7. So they're going to be able to get in there as well.
All right.
Perfect. So with that, I am going to try to jump a couple more of these models up, maybe just one more on this objective, just in case later on.
No, he's
He lost an arm. Just a flesh wound. He's okay. Oh, I'm going to lose another one. So I have these guys magnetized so that I can change their weapon loadouts for tournaments, but the magnets weren't very strong. I need to get a better one. All right, so we're in there. Ready to fight?
Always. Yeah, you know, I do have to say your cute little Malin Scepter here and my cute little Mutilith. You never know. This could be true love.
All right, with that, we're going to murder this Mutilith. All right, we're actually going to start with the Screamer Killer. He's eager to go. We're going to do 10 attacks here. Hitting on 3s. Oh, does the -1 also count for melee, John?
It does not.
Okay,
so it is an aura of stealth.
Oh, okay.
And an aura of stealth only applies to ranged attacks.
Okay, that's great. So that means we're hitting on 3s with these 10 attacks.
Oh, I will spend 2 Cabal points, sorry.
Yep.
At the beginning of the fight phase.
Sure.
Spending 2 Cabal points, which goes down to 1 because I am still within range of my Hellbrute. So I still have 3 left to give him a reroll on a save.
Okay, sounds good. So 9 of those hit. Strength 10 to your toughness 10. So 4 ups.
Could be bad.
Not too bad. We got 4 successful wound rolls here.
Okay.
So AP 3.
AP 3, so that's my 5 up.
Oh, I'm sorry. AP 2.
AP 2, that's still my 5 up.
Okay.
I saved 2 of them, but that means 2 of them go through. What is the damage?
Flat 3.
Oh no! All right, so 6. I'm looking for 6 5s. Wish me luck, guys. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, which means I only took 2 wounds. I still have 2 left.
All right. So, okay, we got lots more attacks coming your way. We got the Mountain Scepter. He's only got 3 attacks, but he's doing his strike profile. He could do a spread attack and get more attacks, but we want all the strength on this. So we're doing the strike. We're hitting on 3s. Whoops, take that guy out. And then...
So because Landon charged me with all 3 of these units, he gets to attack me with all 3 units before I get to strike back. So that's why he's getting all these rolls, and I'm just defending myself rather helplessly.
So we got 1 more wound for you.
Okay.
Looks like a minus 2 AP.
Okay. So a 5 up, that is a 2. What's the damage?
Damage is...
Hold on.
Oh.
Because I do have a free reroll, and I think now's the time to do it, because it looks like it's a D6.
It's a D6 plus 1.
Let's see. Hey, a 1's not going to do it. So
Okay.
you hit me.
So flat, it's 5 damage plus 1, so 6 total.
All right. 6 5s. This time I'll still almost get it. I got 4, but that is enough for him to die.
All right.
So,
does he explode? Once again, here's that deadly demise.
yes!
Oh,
He does.
John wants him to explode because I got a lot of units right there. So let's do it.
Okay. So he does D6 on his deadly demise.
Oh my goodness.
And-
D6?
Yeah, and it's within 6 inches, so that actually means
gonna-
I've got a bunch of units in range as well. So I'm going to start back here, and we're just going to work clockwise around. We're
All
going
right.
to start with Contempt or Dreadnought. 1 wound, okay?
Oh, sure. Yeah, you roll low on your units.
All right.
I've got some multi-dice here if you'd like to use them.
Okay, sounds good. How many does he have? I think he's only got 8. No, he's got 10. So down to 9. Now, the only downside to this for me is that when I wound him but don't kill him, he gets more powerful.
It's true. But I usually want that to happen on your turn so that I can use it. I've already attacked, so
That's true. This is actually beneficial.
this is weakening me now.
All right, so Mauler Fiend. 5.
Ooh,
That
5
sucks.
damage.
So he goes from 12 to 7. This one, nice and big. Because he does not, I don't think he's got a,
Damaged.
yeah, I don't think he's got a feel no pain.
Oh.
Nope, no feel no pain. So he's down to 7.
Yeah,
All right.
big explosion. You guys
Uh-oh.
were asking about it. Here it is.
Demon Prince, 3. So
3.
he goes to 7 also. Got it right here. 7 on Demon. Moving the guys around unintentionally. Okay.
All right, is that all your units?
Nope, one more.
One more.
Hellbrute,
Hellbrute
who only takes 2.
takes 2. Okay.
And I think the Hellbrute does have a feel no pain. Does not have a feel no pain. Does not. So he goes from 8 to 6. All right.
All right.
And now,
Screamer killer.
Screamer
How
killer.
many? Oh, be kind.
Let's see.
Oh, D20.
Oh, it's still only a 5. All right.
Oh,
3.
3, okay. So
There we
that's
go.
going to take him down to 7. Okay. Let's go with the Malin Scepter next.
Malin Scepter,
4. That's going to take him to 10 wounds remaining. So, man, this is pretty valuable. He's getting a lot of damage out of it. This is 1 unit.
4 on that unit.
Okay, so I believe they have 9 wounds apiece. So they are going to go down to 5. One Carnifex goes down to 5. 8, so no.
Ooh.
Old One Eye has 9. These two guys have 8.
Right.
So one of those guys down to 4 wounds remaining. So
Farewell,
wow,
cruel world.
essentially just did 11 damage to my guys just for dying. Holy smokes.
And, let's see.
And a bunch to
A
yourself.
little more than that on my arms, or right around that same number.
All right.
Okie dokie.
That's going to be it. That's the end of the fight phase. We've got no one else to fight. I can't consolidate, which means move after the fight phase because I'm already on an objective. We're good. We're happy. Let's score this up and go to
Okay.
John's turn.
So that was a 13 wound model.
Okay, so that's going to be 3 points as well.
Mm-hmm.
However, I do storm a hostile objective. He did control that objective. Oh, I don't think you can score this one in the first round. Nope.
Huh.
Never mind. So that brings the score up to 3-3. It's tied, and starting round 2. Here we go. Thousand Suns.
All right, so first and foremost, I don't hold any objectives, and I've got to take him off of 2 objectives. But you just watch. I'm going to do this. All right, so same idea. Psychic attacks. Sustained hits 1.
Okay.
And -1 damage to old Magnus.
Okay.
Okay, so movement phase. Let's see. I think he wants to hide just a smidgen.
Okay.
Ooh, do we want to take a tasty hot shot over here?
2 ranged guys shooting at each other, maybe? Yeah.
It's like fishing. Fishing for damage.
Fishing for Tyranids.
Okay. It's going to drop in there so he can see basically everybody except for the Swarm Lord. Oh, you do
Oh, yes.
add an objective.
I will grab that. Thank you, John.
You bet. Now.
My Ripper Swarm just hides over here.
Alright, so we've got 9 Cabal points again. This time I think I am going to bring old Magnus out a little bit. Okay. So Ahriman is going to perform the action this time. I'm just preliminarily stating that.
So while John's moving around a little bit, we did decide, for those of you guys that jumped in a little bit later, we did decide to do the fixed missions for this. Normally, I would say, unless you have a very specific plan and your army is built around it, fixed missions is usually not the way to go for tournament play. Usually you just draw randomly. It's called tactical, and at the beginning of each of our rounds, we would be drawing new secondaries to score points. But however, since we have all these big models and all these big monsters, we decided to bring it down and storm hostile objective because we knew every single round that was something that we could score and kind of play with. So we are taking fixed secondaries today. Those are the 2 of them. But normally in a competitive, super competitive game, it's probably not something I would take. Just because that's not as good. You can score way more points. It actually rewards you for choosing tactical if you can score them per turn. And Tyranids are just really good at scoring them. So, yeah. Not something usual, but we wanted to mix it up and play the fixed missions this round.
Yeah, these 2 armies, they're only really good at one thing, and that's biting each other's heads off, basically.
Fighting in the middle. Here we go.
Fighting in the middle. Okay. So.
Magnus is moving out.
Yeah, yeah. 8. Alright, we're going to bring out some small guns, but big fists. The contender. Same idea. We're just going to roll around here. Get right up in your business.
We each get CP, so we're going to go to 2 CP on John's turn.
6.
Man, I just hope every single one of our monsters are just exploding every single time.
Yeah, likewise.
Can you explain more about the fixed missions?
Yeah, so there are 16 secondaries that you can pick when you're playing tactical. So basically it comes in a deck. The Leviathan box comes with these little cards that you would play in a tournament mission. And you have 2 options when you start the game when you're playing your opponent. At the beginning of the game you can say, I'm playing fixed missions or I'm playing tactical. And tactical we recommend is the way to go. You just shuffle those cards up, and at the beginning of your turn, you're going to draw 2 of those, and it will tell you what you need to do that turn to score points. In a fixed setting, I think it's about 9 of those objectives. You can pick from those 9, and you have to. That's what you have for the whole game. There's no changing it. There's no drawing different cards. You literally have those 2 objectives, and if you score those every single turn, that's what you get. Imperial Knights, you'll see these guys a lot of times pick some fixed missions. It's actually competitive for those guys because of the way their armies are set up. They've got these huge models that are just usually destroying models units each turn, so sometimes no prisoners and some stuff like that might be good options for them. But yeah, normally tactical is the way to go because it awards you more points if you score it. Where fixed missions there's a little bit less points. So yeah.
All right, I'm going all Kermit on you. I'm going Froggy.
I'm getting froggy. Here we go. It's gonna get bloody.
All right, so movement phase is over.
Okay.
So first and foremost, I get to force a battle shock here for my Mutolith and do D3 mortals to you.
Okay.
So starting with the D3 mortals, we've got a solid 2.
Okay, and that's on this unit right here?
Carnifexes,
Okay,
yep.
so they're going to go down to 2. And here's my battle shock. So he's forcing a battle shock right now. This character is a synapse character. So what that means is I get to use 3d6 instead of 2d6. And I have to get the leadership of Old One Eye, which I have no idea what it is. I'm sure it's okay.
Actually, let's see. I take it back. That was just 1 mortal wound. On a 4 to 5, it's D3.
Oh, okay.
And on a 6, it's D6.
So he's got 3 wounds remaining, and let's see if he passes his battle shock test. So I get to combine these 3. That's a 9 combined, so we're okay.
Cool. All right. The next thing we're going to do is, since your Malin Scepter has such a high invuln save, I am going to go ahead and hit him for 7 Cabal points, adding 1 back in, so I'll be back down to 3. I am going to blast him with my Doom Bolt.
Doom on you. Doom on
We want the 6. You ready?
We do? Are you sure?
Oh, we want the 6.
Okay.
So badly. Nope, we got a 4. So that is D3 plus 3. Yes, D3 plus 3 mortals. So there's a 5. So that's 7 mortals out of 10. So
D3,
that takes a whole lot.
D3 plus 3. That's 6, right?
Yes,
Yes.
D3 plus
6.
3.
Math with John.
Who needs it?
So Malin Scepter's down to 4 wounds remaining.
We just make it up as we go along, you know. Okay. And now we're at the start of the shooting phase.
Okay.
All right. So
You have a question?
They want you to play a game with 3rd edition rules.
That would be crazy. That would be cool.
you know, I was actually thinking. So we both started playing in 8th edition.
We did. We started in 8th edition. I
was-
had played regular fantasy Warhammer probably like 5th, 6th edition a little bit, like a long time ago. Then didn't really play very much until 8th edition 40k and got kind of back into it. But
And I had never played the board games, the tabletop games. I had only played the computer games, but I have been playing since Chaos Gate in '92. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's been a minute.
But yeah, that would be cool. We do have a ton of like Crusade and different mission packs that are very narrative based,
Yeah,
but they are mostly for 8th and 9th edition.
yeah,
But we do want to break those out a little bit on the.
indeed.
But it would be fun to dig up some really old edition rules and play those out.
So Magnus has basically sucked for the 2 editions that I've had. Okay, he's now pretty dang good. You're about to see him do a little bit of work. But in 8th edition, when he killed a model, any model, or any number of models in melee, a chaos spawn would pop up in place of that model.
It was a good feature.
That's a pretty cool rule. I really like that. I think in our narrative games, we're going to have to play with that just a little bit.
Yeah, pretty
Anyway,
good.
it's a good idea. I have to roll, have to bring out some 3rd edition
Yeah, we'd have to do some
rule
digging,
books
but
to
that
make
would
that work.
definitely up for it. Sounds fun.
Yeah. All right, so first and foremost, the only guy that I really have to shoot first with is my Mauler Fiend, because he's got a 6-inch range weapon. However, he is within 3 inches of Old One Eye, so he gets his Melta 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Excuse me.
That's exactly what it sounds like, guys. Just in case you were wondering, man, what does a Mauler Fiend's Melta sound like? That was exact.
That was it.
Logged in the Imperium database. That's exactly what it sounds like.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna hit you with my magma cutters. 4 shots.
Okay.
Bam! Oh, and they all hit. Excellent. So now we're strength 9,
Toughness 9.
toughness 9. So on 4s, I do a copious amount of damage. Let's see the 4s.
Ooh, 2 of them.
Well, we got 2 of them through.
Okay.
These are AP4, which puts you at 6s for saves.
I'm pretty sure it does.
2 ups.
Yep. No invulns. So 6 is here. 5 and a 4, so that's no saves on that.
So these are D6 plus 2 because of the Melta keyword. So the first one I only need to score 3 damage with, which is exactly what I scored with a 1. The second one, if I score a 6, I will have the other guy dead. The second one, unless
Okay.
you put it on all one eye. And that's a 6! Oh.
Okay, so first
game
one
of
did.
dice, people.
First one did how much damage?
3.
3. Okay, and then the next one was 6.
6 plus 2.
6 plus 2.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that is 8. You can either save it with 1 wound on old one eye, or take out the other.
Well, actually,
Kill
you
it.
you cannot allocate a wound to the leader model if a bodyguard unit is still attached to it.
Oh, you can?
You cannot, yeah. So even though I have old Wine in there, and he actually has feel no pains, and he regenerates in my command phase and your command phase, I have to give it to the bodyguard unit. I cannot allocate it to him. I wish I could,
Okay.
in some circumstances.
That's 8 wounds.
So that's going to kill him. Let me just check one thing here.
I think each one of them explodes, right?
They do. So I'm going to trigger after they die. Let's do the explosions real quick. They only have deadly demise 1. So here's the first one. Nope. And here's the next one. Nope. So they both just die. However, when I got shot, the Carnifexes have a blistering assault keyword, which is really nice. How that reads is, each time an enemy unit is selected to shoot after it has shot, if any models from this unit lost 1 or more wounds as a result of those attacks, which we definitely did, we lost a lot of wounds, it can make a blistering assault move.
This is
If it does,
if
roll.
it's targeted to be shot,
Yes,
or after it has
after
shot?
it has been shot.
After it has been shot.
Yep, and I've lost wounds, so
Okay.
it triggers. But I must finish the move as close as possible to the closest enemy unit. When doing so, those models can be moved in with engagement range of the enemy unit. Each unit can only make 1 blistering assault move per turn. So, essentially what we're going to try to do is touch in engagement range with the Mutalith, because that is the closest unit. Saves old One Eye from being shot at, and on John's turn, I actually will get to fight first, except for the guys who charge in. So here we go. That's a 3. So we're just going to tap into this Mutalith right here, and
Okay.
he is now in engagement with that one.
Okie dokies.
Okay, keep shooting. That was pretty successful.
That was exactly perfect efficiency,
Yeah.
which is cool. All right. Next shot, we're going to take Aramon and do his 1 psychic attack against your scarab or your
Oh,
Ripper
come on.
Swarm.
Picking on the little guy?
I gotta get rid of the real, yeah, your utility guy. All right, so 1 shot. It is psychic, so it's sustained on 6s, so that turns into 2 shots. Pretty cool. This is called Psychic Stock. It's got an 18-inch range, strength 6. Your toughness
2.
Ha! So I only need 2s. All right, so 2 wounds at -1 d6 each.
Okay, roll your damage.
Okay, so that is 10 wounds.
All right, they are dead.
How many did they have?
4 wounds. Yeah.
2.5 overkill.
All
Okay,
right.
that was successful. And then he's also got an Inferno Bolt pistol, but nobody in range. Now we're moving out. So now that my Mutalith is in combat with One Eye, he only has 1 target. If I want to use my normal ballistic skill. If I were to shoot out of combat, I would be at -1 to hit. So I'm just going to shoot at him. See if I can whack him once.
And he can only shoot with the weapon profiles that are not blast keyword. So while you're with engagement range, normally you can't shoot anything. However, monsters and vehicles have something called Big Guns Never Tire, which means they can shoot into combat because they are so big, right? So as long as it's not a blast weapon, he can go ahead and shoot it in old One Eye.
And this is not a blast. This is a beam.
There you go. Here we go.
That cute little swirly thing on top of him is looking at old One Eye right in the one eye. And... oh, come on. No!
A 1!
All right, well, this is where I do have to spend... No info? He's got a
No. He
No
has
info?
a feel no pain.
Okay, I am going to re-roll this. I just need a 3. That's a 5. Okay, so I hit. This is strength 18. So on a 2, that's a 3. So this is -4, d6 plus 6 damage.
That's a lot of damage.
So you got a 6 to roll.
All right, -4. A little worried here. Here we go. Oh,
Yeah,
that's a
you do have
5.
CP.
I know.
On a 6.
I know, but that's just, it's not going to be worth it.
All right.
All right, roll your damage.
D6 plus 6. That's a 2. So that's only 8.
8.
You've got 1 wound left.
All right, so we do have a feel no pain here.
Oh, yeah.
So let's roll those. We have a 5 up feel no pain. Looks like we saved 2 of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. He's going to have 3 wounds remaining. Yikes.
All right. This This is what makes this particular set of armies fun. We just get some back and forth. We whack and then we whack again. All right. Next, we will go with, we've got 4 wounds on your Maliceptor.
Okay.
I'm going to take Connie the Contemptor, my Relic Contemptor Dreadnought, and Connie is, sorry, I name a lot of my models. Yeah, so anyway, Connie is going to hit you with a...
Oh, we had a question?
Go ahead.
Can you just briefly explain keywords?
Yeah,
Great
so
question.
yeah, it is a great question.
I'm going to
So
go ahead and roll some shots.
yeah, go ahead. We'll finish this shooting attack and then we'll go ahead and get into that real quick.
All right, so I'm going to start with my Plasma Blaster, Plasma Blasters, which will be overcharged and hazardous, into your Maliceptor, and I'm going to throw my Crack. My Crack is Whack Missile over at that guy.
Okay.
So starting with Plasma Blaster shots, got 4 of them on 3s. Strength 8, toughness 11, so I need 5s and 6s. There are 2 5s, so 2 5s at -3, flat 2 damage each.
Saved them both.
All right, and then my Crack is Whack missiles. Both hit. Strength 9, toughness 12.
Here?
That guy.
Yes, toughness 12 on Terran effects.
Okay, so again, 5s and 6s, that's 1.
Okay.
And this is -2 d6 damage.
So the Terran effects, once per phase, can make a damage characteristic go to 0.
Ooh.
Nope, that's Turvagon. Once per battle. Ooh, once per battle. When you can change the damage characteristic to 0. Okay, so I guess I can wait to see what the damage is. So
Okay.
go for it.
-2. You got to save.
Oh, I gotta save. Oh, sorry. Jumping ahead here. So 4 up, we're good.
All right, cool. Excellent. All right. Connie has done her part.
Okay.
Next.
Do we want to answer the question real quick?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so
Keywords.
all data sheets for every single character that you have at the very bottom, they have keywords attached to them. These keywords describe what the model is and what it can do based on those keywords. So, for example, Tyrannid would be a keyword,
Thousand
monster, infantry,
Zinch, Psyker.
psyker. All of these keywords are attached to a model so that
Magnus is a Primarch. There's
Yeah.
a Primarch for basically every faction.
swarm, beasts, mounted. There's a
Similar
lot
to
of
magic, right? It's similar to like magic, how it's like.
So these are more
It's
physical
just
characteristics.
it's just
that
describing what it is because you can
Yeah.
only use certain strats on certain types of models. Like some stratagems say tank shock, for example. When you charge with a vehicle, you can do mortals when you charge in. So when you use that stratagem, you have to target it on a vehicle, for example. And I don't have any vehicles in Tyrannids, so that's not a stratagem that I can use, even though it's a general stratagem that anybody can use. So they're literally just keywords describing what it is. And different armies have different abilities that will target certain keywords or certain units. Other models have like anti-psyker, so they'll wound psykers really easily, or anti-infantry. So they're literally keywords are just describing the unit and what it is exactly. And that also is really important for terrain. Our monsters right now and vehicles, we cannot charge through or move through this terrain at all because we have the keyword of monster and vehicle.
Yep.
We're just too big. It's not possible. So infantry units,
Can't go through a door.
yeah, or like my little Ripper Swarm, for example, the little guy that we had, he's just a little swarm unit, so he moved through this wall because he had the right keyword to interact with this terrain. So that's what keywords are, and they are fairly important depending on whether you're using stratagems, terrain, or just targeting them with stratagems. So
Yeah.
You know, like how in Magic on the cards it says like human.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, exactly.
That's what
Characteristics.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's a
It's like this.
yeah. If you play Magic the Gathering, it'll tell you human wizard or shapeshifter or different things, and you can only target certain spells to humans for tribal decks. Yeah, that's
The
a good
Tyranids
example.
have no vehicles, they just have those big monsters.
Yeah, there are no machinery in Tyranids. They're all just monsters. So, yeah.
So some armies have a lot of anti-monster weapons. Some armies like Admech have a lot of anti-vehicle weapons.
Yeah.
So they have advantages against certain factions and disadvantages against certain factions. My Drukhari are an anti-infantry, stronghold army. They do a lot of damage against infantry and almost nothing against anything else. Thousand Suns are pretty well rounded. They're not the highest damage output. They're not the most defensible. There's a lot of little things that keep the Thousand Suns in kind of a box of complicated rules, which is why I love to play them.
Character is another important keyword. So sometimes you'll pull the secondary of Assassinate and you have to kill characters. Only certain models are characters. Like, for example, Magnus is one character we have here. Old One Eye, Ahriman, and the Swarmlord. Those are the only models on the battlefield that have that character keyword. So,
and my Demon Prince.
Oh, and the Demon Prince. Yeah.
So we've got 5 characters in total, 3 on my side, 2 on his side.
Really good question, though. Yeah.
Yeah. It is a fundamental core part of the game, is understanding your keywords and what they do for you or don't do for you, what you can't do with them.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, interesting too. This is kind of a little bit off topic, but we were talking about Forge World models, for example. These Daradeo Dreadnoughts, some Tyranid, the Dimacarion or Dimicarion is one of the Tyranid units that just got put into Legends. Now it's in Forge World only. Even if you played it with your army, it doesn't have the proper keywords to receive the detachment ability. So that's why you can't really play a lot of these old models anymore with them, because they just, in a legal tournament, they don't benefit from the abilities of your army because they don't have the right keywords, which is kind of a little bit silly, but yeah. All right. Well,
all right. Back to killing Tyranids. We are squishing some bones.
Or we can take another question.
No.
All right. Let's crunch them. Here we go.
All right. So I'm going to take my Dreadnought, my Daradeo Dreadnought back here. Mm-hmm. All of his shooting is going into Tyrannifex. And I believe, let's see. Actually, you might have taken my. Oh no, you are within 36 inches. I'm sure of that. Yep, I moved forward, so you're within 36 inches of all my shooting. Okay, so starting with, I do owe you a hazardous test here. Let's do that really quick. All right, 5 and a 6. Connie's fine. That Daradeo is also going to supercharge the Hellfire Plasma Caronade.
Okay.
So this is 6 shots each. So that's 6. Another 6. So hitting on 3s. That was fabulous. Okay.
Okay.
Wounding on 5s and 6s because it's strength 8, toughness 12.
Okay.
So, see that again? Nope, not so lucky this time. Not so lucky. All right, 2 of those 11 go through.
Okay.
This is -3, flat 3.
-3, I do have cover, so it's going to be a 4-up with my 2-up save. Looks like a 5 and a 2, so 1 goes through.
Flat 3 damage.
Go ahead. We're going to go ahead and take that damage.
Okay.
Okay.
And then my hazardous shots, neither of them is a 1. It's a 2 and a 6. So no explosives on me.
So they have 16, so she goes down to 13.
Okay. Now we're doing my Boreas Air Defense. This is a single shot missile. It hits on a 4, strength 12, so 4 to wound, but not a 2. And I've already used my CP reroll, so no good there. And last but not least, my twin heavy bolter, 3 shots, all 3 hit. Strength 5, so I need 6s here, but it is twin linked, so was one of those a 6? It doesn't matter. All right, twin linked, so I need 6s, and I got 1. So 1 at -1, flat 2.
So 2 up. That is a 4, so we're good.
Okie dokie. So that's it from that dreadnought. This dreadnought is going to send his, this Daredevil is going to send his las cannon batteries, if I can reach, 48. Does that fit?
Currently, no.
Okay. So I didn't move him far enough, so all of his shooting's coming over here.
To this terrain face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so these have the same keywords, so I'm just going to roll them all at once. I'll roll the missile on the blue dice. So it's 4 heavy las cannon batteries, shots. Ones don't, and neither do 2s. So 3 shots hit, strength 12, toughness 12. Need 4s. I got 1 at -3. This is d6 plus 1.
-3. I do have cover, so 4 up here. That's a 3 damage.
D6 plus 1. So that's a 1, so that's only 2.
Okay, 2. So we'll go down to 14 with that.
Okay. And then 3 more shots from the heavy bolters. 6s, nope. And 1 shot goes through. Need a 6 twin linked. So 2 rolls on this. Nope, nothing there. Okay. Now we will shoot with my Hellbrute.
Okay.
My Hellbrute's only got Inferno Combi bolters. So this is rapid fire 2 because you're within 12 inches going into the Maleceptor.
Okay.
So that's 4, that's 8 shots because I've got 2 of them, 1 in each hand. Let's see, hitting on 3s. 2 misses. And then strength 4, so need 6s.
Okay.
Got 1. 1 at -1, 1 damage.
On the terrain effects here.
This is just right here on the Maleceptor.
Oh, -1. Okay, so goes through. Damage?
1.
Oof.
3 left.
Stay alive, my friend.
Okay. And now comes something fun. My Demon Prince is going to shoot at the building he is within. He has 6 shots. So if I hit with 5 of these 6 shots, I will destroy the building.
Okay. So this, and just keep in mind, this is a special mission rule that we just added. This is not something normal. We wanted it so that our monster units could be able to destroy the buildings if we needed to. But it looks like this Demon Prince wasn't going to do it anyway.
Oh, he's lame. He's a lame Demon Prince. He only did 6 damage to a 10 damage building. Alright, so it's got 4 left.
That'll work.
Alright, well, fair enough. I will now do Magnus. And Magnus's attacks are psychic. So they will get sustained hits 1 on 6s. And I think what I'll do, I've got 2 different profiles to shoot with here. The first is a blast psychic weapon. D6 plus 3 shots. I am going to put all of these. No, you know what? I'm going to put 2 of them here into the building.
Okay. He wants that building going.
And the rest of the shots, whatever I roll, into the Maleceptor.
Okay.
So D6 plus 3. You get 5 plus 3, that's 8. 2 shots on 2s. Those are 3s.
Okay.
That building is explosive.
Alright, so this building goes down. We're just going to put the footprint of this triangle that we have where it is. So monsters that are touching it can still get a little bit of cover from the rubble, but it no longer blocks, is no longer obscuring, is the biggest part.
And it also means that our monsters and vehicles can now move
through it. Yeah.
Which is fantastic for my Demon Prince.
Demon Prince wants to come out and play.
Yes, he do. So let's see if that was
Also officially the sound of a Demon Prince, in case you were wondering.
Sorry about that, guys. All right, so I got six more shots going into the malice sector.
Okay.
Jeez. Well, I do hit on 2s, so 3 of them go through. 1 of them is a 6, so I add 1 in, so I've got 5 that make it all the way through.
Okay.
Now this is a devastating wounds attack. So
Ooh.
this keyword means that if I roll 6s, the wound roll goes straight to damage. There's no armor.
No save. You don't
Or
get any
invuln.
save, is what it means. Yeah.
Yep. So I've got 5 shots, need 6s, wounding on
T11.
strength 8.
So 5s and 6s.
Yep, 5s and 6s. I made a mistake. I do need to explain both of my shooting attacks. I need to set them all out. And the Screamer Killer is getting my second, my Gaze of Magnus attacks. So these 5, no 6s in there, but I got 5 shots for you at -1, flat 2 damage.
2, right? So you
Yep.
wound on 5s.
Oh, 5s plus 1, so it's actually 4s.
Oh, plus 1 on the wound roll.
Yep.
Okay.
So 3
So
of them.
3 of them. Here's my 4-up invuln. Oh.
That's 4 wounds.
Uh-oh. That's 4 total.
Yep. Wanna reroll one of them?
Man, I think we have to. I think we have to try to keep him alive.
The CP.
So we're going to spend 1 CP to re-roll this. Otherwise, our Malefactor is just dead. And we got a 6. Okay, great. So he's got 1 wound remaining.
Fantastic. All right, now the rest of his Gaze of Magnus shots are going into the Screamer Killer.
Okay.
This is D3 attacks. So we've got 3, 6, 7, 8. Uh-oh. This could be good or bad. All right. 8 shots, strength 9. Again, psychic attacks, so sustained hits 1 on 6s on the hit roll. Plus 1 to hit, so hitting on 2s. There's 1 6 in there, so add 1 back in. Missed on 2 1s. And now devastating wounds again. So, so there's 1 flat 3 devastating wound. His toughness, so I need 4s.
9s. He's a 9 toughness. The Screamer Killer.
A 9?
The Screamer Killer? Yeah.
Fantastic. So
Yep.
actually these 3s all hit because he's strength 9 plus 1 to wound.
Okay.
So that's 4 saves you need to make, and this is -2, flat 3.
So 4-ups. Missed 1 of them. So
that's 6 damage.
6 damage. He's down to 1 as well. Oof, not looking good here.
Okay. All right. Believe that is it.
I hope so. Holy smokes.
Hey, we came to party.
Looking a little thin on the Tyranid side here.
All right, Magnus is going to charge first because for reasons.
Hiya!
5, 6. I don't think that's enough. So this is where I'm going to have to spend my CP. Nah, that's not even close. Okay, so we want him in there. So we're going to re-roll that for 1 CP. That's what we needed. That's a 10. We're just going over the Screamer Killer here. Rock and roll right there.
Okay.
Can you heroically intervene with your
I
mouse?
could have, but that's what I was saving the CP for.
Aha.
Yeah, only if I don't think heroic intervention is a battle tactic stratagem. I think it's an epic deed stratagem. Oh, that's a swarm lord, not a hive tyrant. Never mind.
Okay.
Couldn't do it anyway.
All right.
The Hive Tyrant lets you use a stratagem for 0 CP, but it's only a battle tactics type of stratagem. So that's usually what I run instead of a Swarm Lord. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Hellbrute, same target. 6, he gets in there. I'm just gonna snuggle in there somehow. Aramon is keeping his distance. He's gonna just stay on the outskirts. Hopefully doesn't die in shooting, probably will. Demon Prince is gonna charge you Maliceptor. For 5, that doesn't do it. Not without being in combat here as well. And I didn't call for both of them, so he's just hanging out in the wind. Connie, the Contemptor, is going to charge both of them with a 10.
Ooh.
She dives right in. She's ready for battle. And she's outfitted to do it, too. Shoot. 7. She had 7 left, I believe. Let's see.
Okay.
No, she had 4 left. Okay. And Mauler Fiend into old One Eye. With 4-5, he gets in there.
All right. This is gonna be bloody.
Oh, I can't get in there. Touching you, touching me. So when you charge into combat, you're supposed to try and touch bases. You have to be within 1 inch. However, if all the pokey bits get in the way, you can only do so much. So, it costs 2 CP for you to interrupt. However, you do get fight first with your old One Eye after I declare my first attack.
Yep.
Which is going to have to be my Mauler Fiend.
Yep.
Otherwise, you'll get an attack.
Yeah, he's definitely wants to. Oh well, this isn't a heroic intervention, so all of your charges are still going to go first. I would get to fight before this Mutalith here, but the Mauler Fiend charged into me, so he gets initiative here. But yeah, you definitely, that's going to be the right play. He wants to kill Old One Eye before he has the chance to kill anybody else. So.
Yes. Yes. Kill him!
Yeah.
6 attacks.
6 attacks. Here we go.
On 3s.
Gonna weather the storm here.
1, 2. Absolutely awesome. So that's 5. This is strength 14.
T9.
So 3s. Okay. 4 at -2. D6 plus 1 damage.
Got a cocktail dice there. Looks like 2 go through.
Alright. D6 plus 1. We've got 3, 4. We've got 4 and 2. So that's
6 total?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Need some feel no pains. We only get 3 here. Let me see. Old One Eye.
Die!
He does not have an explosion. So he just dies. No.
You, sir, needed a staff of explosion.
I know. Yes, you have a question?
So how do you get the endless or the unending swarm?
Oh my goodness. So that is one of my favorite detachments right now. So essentially how it works in 10th edition, they released index cards for free for every army. So you can go online and you can see what the data cards are for free. But then when a codex comes out, Tyranids were the first codex that came out. And they have 6 different detachments that you can take. One of those detachments was the ones that came with the regular free index cards that everybody has. So everybody essentially has one detachment, and that detachment has certain abilities, right? And certain buffs, different builds for your army. So all you have to do to have the Endless Swarm ability is you have to take the Unending Swarm detachment. And that's what your army rules will be for that Tyranid Tyranid group. We just did a tournament a couple weeks ago. I tested out this Unending Swarm and it was super fun, super good. It made for a longer game, but essentially we had over 150 models of termagants and hormagaunts and gargoyles, and super good because you could just flood onto objectives and float over models, and even though you might kill 20 of them, you just pay 2 CP, and that dead unit just goes in reserve, and you can bring it back in next turn. So really fun Tyranid detachment right now. It's actually doing very, very well competitively. I was just looking at a bunch of lists of Tyranid lists that are winning. They're actually pretty strong right now. So yeah, we're definitely going to do those in the future because that is one of my favorite detachments right now. The Vanguard Onslaught and Unending Swarm are probably the 2 top ones in my opinion.
Does Old One-Eye regenerate?
He does regenerate, but it happens in the command phase. So
I mean, you haven't had one since I started.
Yeah. The way timing has gone out here, I haven't taken any wounds on my turn, which doesn't make me stronger with my Crusher Stampede ability, which is what I have instead of the Unending Swarm on this one. And then he's just done enough damage to kill it outright before I can regenerate. Normally he regenerates in John's command phase and my command phase, which keeps him alive a lot faster. But man, when you do that much damage all in one phase, he doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah.
All right, great question. We will be doing some games with that detachment because, man, it's one of my favorites. It's pretty fun.
It's a really fun one. Less fun to play against. Not really. It's actually really fun to play against too. You gotta think your moves way ahead when you're playing against an army that can pick 20 units up, 20 models up, and then next turn just put 20 models back down. Over again.
Very similar to Imperial Guard. They actually kind of have the same abilities where they bring back guardsmen each turn. So the tournament I played, it was funny because it was a tournament Imperial Guard versus Unending Swarm, and we were both just bringing back hundreds of models throughout the game. It was insane. But yeah, we'll definitely do some for you guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate the questions.
So I would like to consolidate with my Mauler Fiend since he killed a model that he charged. So I'm just gonna ding, 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 ding.
So he's already on an objective.
So I guess he can't, huh?
Yeah, consolidation
Because
is a little different in 10th edition. When you finish your fights, you then can consolidate, which normally is moving 3 inches. In 10th edition, you can only move if you are not on an objective. You can move on to that objective, or you can move in an engagement range of someone that's close by. But if those 2 conditions aren't met, you can't move.
Yeah, doggone it.
Yeah, melee, because of that, melee is arguably not as strong as it was in 9th edition, because in 9th edition you could pile in 3 inches, kind of get all these little movement shenanigans, and then consolidate all over the place. A lot of Tyranid units could consolidate 6 inches, but in 10th edition it's a little more restrictive. So unfortunately that Mauler Fiend is not going anywhere, but he's already on the objective, so it's pretty good.
All right, well, I think what we'll do here, just for the fun of it, because I've never actually gotten into combat with 2 fists on a Hellbrute.
All right.
We're going to go with the Hellbrute, see what he can do. He's got Hellbrute fists, or I can choose a close combat weapon. However, since I loaded him out with 2 Hellbrute fists, he gets twin linked on his wound roll.
Twin link is keyword, lets him re-roll the wound rolls. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially against high toughness things.
Yeah. Alright, so Hellbrute Fist, 5 attacks. I do have 2, but in this particular case, since he gains the twin linked keyword, I don't get to roll 10 attacks. I just get to roll 5 and re-roll the wound roll. So 5 attacks on 3s. We missed once. So 4 coming in, strength 12,
toughness 9.
Toughness 9.
On the Screamer Killer, right?
Yeah, Screamer Killer. So 3s, 2 2s in there. So 2 at -2, flat 3 damage.
All right, we need 4 ups here. Oh, one of those is a 1.
Uh-oh. You real one there?
Oh, it's a new phase, yeah.
It
is a new phase. So the command reroll stratagem, you can't use it more than once in the same phase, but we use that on the Malin Scepter in the shooting phase. So to save the Screamer Killer, Actually, you know what? I think the Malin Scepter is more important. If we get an opportunity to save the Malin Scepter, I think that's what we're going to spend it on.
That is a good choice. So a lot of what this game does is it makes you think about how you spend your command points. You can often bait your opponent into spending command points that they really don't want to spend. In this case, I failed at that.
All right. The only downside is this monster might explode, and if he does, he's going to kill the Malin Scepter anyway. So let's not explode. Here we go. That's a 2. Okay. All right. So Screamer Killer is dead.
All right. How much is your auto explode?
1 CP.
Oh, so I know what you're doing with the Malin Scepter.
Yeah, if the Malin Scepter dies, we're probably going to auto explode him. If I don't. I mean, the only thing John can really attack into him right now is the Contemptor here. So if there's a chance to save the Malin Scepter, we might do that.
Okie dokie. Well, let's attack with the Contemptor.
You know what I didn't do?
Feel no pains?
Anybody within 6 inches, that's okay. Anybody within 6 inches of the Malin Scepter gets -1 to hit. So for his attacks onto the Malin Scepter, it's going to be -1 to hit.
Okay. All right.
Would have affected the what's his name? This
Magnus? Guy. Oh, the Hellbrute.
The Hellbrute, but it's okay. Not a big deal. So you had enough attacks go through that it was fine. Yeah, let's see your Contemptor's attacks.
All right, Contemptor's doing something similar. 5 attacks. Wow. I've got to come back on death with the Contemptor.
Ooh, that's cool.
We'll get to that if we get to that. So, Dreadnought Combat Weapon. 5 attacks.
And -1.
On 3s, now 4s, so that takes one of my hits away. So 3 at strength 12.
You're not below half strength, are you?
I'm not. No,
on your Contemptor?
Ooh, am I? I am.
So, if he's below half strength, it's -1 to the wound roll as well.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
All right, so strength 12, toughness 12, 5s and 6s are what I need here. I did get 1 5 at -2 flat 3.
-2 flat 3. I need a 4 up. Oh, that's a 3.
All right, this is your CP.
All right, this is the time. Here we go. Spending the CP here. Oh, it's a 4 up. Okay.
All right.
We saved. Is that all your attacks?
Yeah.
For the melee.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
We survived, guys. All right, let's attack back. See if we can do something here. Does your Contemptor have any -1s to him?
Connie. She does not.
She, it, they.
Yeah, it, they, she, they. Yeah, but on a 2 up, I get set back up.
That's crazy.
D6 wounds remaining.
That's crazy. That's good. I like it. All right, 3 attacks. We're doing the strike attack, hitting on 3s. Whoa. 1 hit.
Uh-oh.
Strength 9. Toughness
9.
That's a wound.
All right.
So -2 AP.
-2 puts me at a 4. That is a 5.
All right, saved it. We slapped each other and no one died. All right, that's going to end it for you. Let's score you up.
Ooh,
Definitely.
That was a good round for me.
Yeah, definitely killed a lot. Took out a lot of points. Holy smokes. Here we go. Bring it down. Let's see. So we've got the 3 Carnifexes with 9 wounds, 9 and 8. Screamer Killer with 10 wounds. And the Malin Scepter was last round?
Last round, yep.
Yeah.
So just those, just the 4
Just
the 4 of
just a
those.
12-pointer, no big deal.
How many?
9 points that round.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, really good. All right. And then you did not control any, but you did control these now.
Yep.
So
I took 2 objectives away from you.
2. All right. So 4 points for Storm Hostile Objective. That's the other secondary we've got.
All right.
All right. Well, did a lot of damage, guys. I don't know if we can recover, but we're gonna try.
Baby, don't hurt me.
It definitely hurt me. Oh.
All right.
So I think it's time. We're gonna unlock Shadow in the Warp.
No!
So we need these guys in the middle specifically to fail their Battle Shock tests. That's the only way that we're going to be able to control it. And most importantly is going to be this one right here. But if John doesn't control any objectives at the end of the round, that's an extra 4 points for Storm Hostile objective. So Battle Shock. Shadow in the Warp. Can you... entire army needs to do it.
All right, we're going to start with Mutalith over there.
Okay.
Needs a... Do I get the -1?
No.
No. Awesome. So 6s. Basically army-wide. That is a 4.
Oh, that's a
Fails
4.
again. So the other thing about Battle Shock is that does mean I cannot use stratagems on Battle Shock. Let me see what my contemptor...
He can use the...
Four objective, right?
Yes, OC4.
Mauler Fiend, OC3. So both of them are OC3.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So we just need one of these guys to fail it. And
Yep.
then we can score some points here.
All right, well, we're going to start with Mauler Fiend. Needs a 6. All right, that's an 8. Okay. I will auto-pass the Contemptor so that I maintain control.
Okay.
I can only do that stratagem once a game.
Yep.
So I'm going to auto-pass the Contemptor so that I maintain control of that objective with 6 objective control points. So that's good for me, hopefully.
Yeah.
You can still kill me off of that objective, but gives me options.
Definitely.
Magnus on a 5. That's a 5.
Okay.
We're changing that just for luck. Demon Prince on a 6. That is a 10. Hellbrute on a 6. That is a 6. Yep. Aramon on a 6. That's a 7. Derideo number 1. That's a 4. Fail.
Here's another Battle Shock.
And Chaos Spawn on a 6. That's an 11. And these guys on a 6. Sorry, that's a 3. Ah, oh, bother my dreadnoughts. No.
All right, so that helped out a little bit, but not exactly what we needed. So we are going to score 0 on primary for our turn. All right, so now we just got to kill stuff, guys. Here we go.
You know what I forgot to do? Do I get a mulligan?
For what? What'd you do?
I forgot to put out an objective marker by my Chaos Spawn. It was my intent. That's why I moved them in there, but...
Yeah, go for it. Yeah,
All right.
That's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yep, no worries. So John's setting up his other objective over here. Yeah.
So, oftentimes in a friendly game, somebody, for some strange reason, probably because there's a million rules, forgets to do something that they had fully intended to do, but in the heat of the moment, so especially in tournaments, this is a really important thing to keep in mind in a tournament. You want to play against your best opponent. You don't want to be the guy who picks out every little flaw that your opponent does and tries to exploit it. You want to play against your best opponent. So oftentimes in tournaments, somebody will make a mistake after declaring an intention sometimes, and sometimes just completely forgetting to declare an intention. In this case, I forgot to declare it, but I had a specific purpose for moving these Chaos Spawns where I did, and that was so that I could put out another objective marker. Be a good sportsman. Have fun with the game. This is a game after all, right? Dice do what they will. Sometimes you roll fabulous, sometimes you roll absolutely horrible. But go in there knowing that you've got luck or you don't, and you can just have fun playing a game. So, thank you for the mulligan.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
And I'm okay with him doing it because we have
No!
this little guy called
Just
called Trigon here. And he's going to jump over. What is the OC of your Chaos Spawn?
That's actually pretty good, I think. I don't know.
And next question is Aroman on this objective?
They are. He is.
He looks like he is.
He is, but I don't know if I bumped him when I was moving the
and
building.
stuff. Okay.
So I'm going to say the intent was not that he was going to be on there. So I'm going to say he's not. I'll just nudge him a little off.
So with Magnus and your man, I keep forgetting Hellbrute. I keep forgetting this guy's name.
So
what's your total OC on here?
to answer your first question about the Chaos Spawn, each one of them has 1 OC, so only 2 OC there. So that's good for you. The Hellbrute has 3 and Magnus has 6, so there's 9 on that one.
Okay, so that one's a little bit too much. Trigon, he has an OC of 4. He has a special rule on his data sheet where he can come in from reserves, deep strike actually, and he can set up within 3 inches of an enemy unit. Really good. A lot of people who are playing that unending swarm list, they're taking 3 of these guys. Yeah, like that's so many. These guys never saw play for like the last 2 editions, and now Molochs and Trigons are so good because you can use the rapid ingress stratagem, and on your opponent's turn, you can pop these guys up 3 inches away from anything and just be like, "That's mine now." Oh, your home objective, you forgot to guard it. It's mine now. So yeah, these guys in competitive right now are very good. We are going to pop this guy in right here, just so that we can control this objective that he so kindly popped up for us. So we're going to go just like that. Downside is he cannot charge if he's within the 3 inches. You could set him up within 9 if you wanted to and charge if you really needed him to get in somewhere, but nope, he's just going to score points for us this round on that Storm Hostile objective.
That's pretty good.
All right, that's it. Let's shoot some stuff.
Really quick, because this Deredeo is battle shocked, I cannot overwatch with him.
Very true.
I could overwatch with Magnus or my Hellbrute or Aramon, etc., etc. Can't overwatch with my
Mutilate?
Thank you. My Mutilate. And he would be the one to do it with because he's got a torrent weapon. So I bypass the roll 6s to hit on an Overwatch with a torrent weapon. But he is also battle shocked, so nothing happening here.
Okay.
You get a CP though.
Yes, you do get a CP for my turn. Man, we are in trouble, I think. You know what? We're going to go for it. I think the Hail Mary here is if we can kill Magnus. So we are going to put everything we've got into Magnus and see if we can kill him. If we can do that, we might stand a chance by scoring something in the late game. So here we go.
So
You got a -1 for Magnus?
everybody around him, not counting the Mutilith, gets the stealth ability.
Okay, that's going to help.
Better.
I'm pretty sure, I just want to double check here, I don't think the Trigon has any... I know the Moloch doesn't have any shooting profiles, but the Trigon might. So let's just double check here.
Okay.
Make sure we're not missing anything. Trigon, where are you? Seriously, where are you? Any other questions from chat?
Nope, we're just chatting it up.
Everybody just hanging out?
We're
Sweet.
just talking.
Awesome.
Oh, he does. He has a bioelectric pulse with sustained hits 2, 6 attacks, 12-inch range.
Okay.
Strength 5, AP 0, 1 damage. So, looks like a really good infantry gun, but yeah. All right, we're gonna.
5, how much damage?
No, strength 5, AP
Strength
0,
AP
1
0.
damage. Yeah,
Oh,
just
okay.
a equivalent of a flesh board on a Termiet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will add that our friend Big Daddy Dragon is rooting for Eternities.
What?
Thank you, Big
What?
Daddy Dragon.
Oh man.
We're needing some love right now. Old One Eye just got slapped off the board before doing anything. So a little sadness, but we're gonna try to take down Magnus. See if we can do it. Yeah, Exocrine's gonna activate first. shooting into Magnus so we can get the benefit of re-rolling ones. Here we go.
Start of the shooting phase. I am going to activate Armand's once a game ability to get a strategy, a Cabal ritual for 0 CP, 0 Cabal points.
Okay.
So because I do that, I do get 1 more Cabal point here. And because I'm within range of the Hellbrute, and I'm going to spend 2 Cabal points to give Magnus a reroll, a free reroll, which puts me down to 2 + 1, so 3.
All right. Here we go. D6 + 3 shots. So that's going to be 6 shots on the Exocrane. Here we go. Whoops. So you are a -1, but I am a +1 for a heavy weapon. So 3s is what we need. And we just need these to hit. Okay, so 1 miss. 5 hits. That's going to tag Magnus. So now I get to reroll 1s for everyone else that gets to shoot at him. Strength 8, toughness
11.
11. So we need 5s and 6s. We got 2 of them here. So that's AP 3, 3 damage.
AP 3 puts me at my 4-up invuln. Saved 1.
Okay.
And it's 3 damage, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Who's this? This is him.
This is the Exocrane. Yep.
Okay. These guys have D6 plus shots, right?
2
wound.
shots.
But the actual damage is D6
2d6.
plus 2d6. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead, just because I can, I'm going to re-roll this missed save. Need a 4, a 2 doesn't do it.
Okay.
All right, so 3 damage. Takes me down to 13 wounds.
13. Okay. We now are going to do the Rupture Cannon. We're going to go here first. Shooting into Magnus. Here we go. 2 shots. I did not move, so you're -1, +1, heavy weapon. We're still hitting on 3s here. Ooh, 2 3s. Good. Strength 18, so 3s to wound. Oh! Man, we really need these to go through. I'm going to use one of my CPs here for a reroll. We want to reroll this wound roll. We need it to be a 3, so that's 2. At AP 4.
AP 4, so 4-up invuln again.
Here we go.
Saved neither of them. Okay.
Oh, this is it. Big Daddy Dragon, this is it. We might come back.
We got this. Watch us roll. We are Thousand Suns. So the first thing I'm going to do is ignore that damage.
You just make it
for
to
1
0.
CP. Turn it to 0
And
for 1 of them.
okay. Is that
now I'm activating Ahriman's special Cabal ritual, where I am activating that same stratagem again for 0 CP. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay.
No more misses. Come on, Magnus.
All right. We've got Stinger Salvos. We might as well shoot them.
Yep.
They're not going to do anything, but we need 4s on these ones. Sure. Well, lots of hits here. Followed by 6s. So 1 save, 0 AP.
All right, that's a 2-up. Oh my gosh, no, not a 1.
1 damage.
Why?
All right. Tyrannifex number 2. Here we go into Magnus. 1 of these is a 1. We get to reroll.
Woo.
All right. So 4 to 3, they both hit. We need 3s to wound here. Oh no!
Yes!
2 2s. Well,
I'm sorry, Landon.
that might be the nail in the coffin.
I feel terrible, yet so not terrible.
So the Malinceptor can shoot into Magnus, right? With big guns never tire.
You can at -1.
-1.
Yep.
So
you get your -1 +1 -1.
So D6 plus 3 shots.
Oh, it's Torrent.
No, that's the Swarm Lord. Let me double check. Ooh, it is Blast though. Dang it. Blast means that I cannot shoot it with big guns never tire. Yeah.
Do you have a second to talk about Shadow in the Warp?
Yeah, we do.
Always.
Yeah, so Shadow in the Warp. So once again, keywords that are on units. So a Synapse creature is the ones that have Shadow in the Warp. Most Tyranid units have it. So it's a once per game ability, and all I do is I declare it in either my command phase or in John's command phase. And if you have a Tyranid unit on the battlefield, you can just make this happen all the way. And every single model or whole unit that the enemy army has is going to have to do a battle shock test because of it. This army specifically doesn't have a lot of buffs and debuffs to that. If you guys would go and watch our other live that we just did the other day with Black Templars versus Tyranids, that army was doing -3 to leadership, making you do 3 to 4 battle shocks in the command phase with different units. This army only has the Screamer Killer that adds to that. So yeah, I did that in the beginning of this turn so that John would hopefully not have OC on his units. But that's literally all it is. It just forces a battle shock army-wide for the enemy unit, once per game.
So what's some of the lore behind that?
Psychic units in Warhammer, right? You've got different psychers that have abilities that they can pull from the warp, sometimes from Chaos Gods. For John's example here, they've got the power of Tzeentch, right? Buffing all their units. So the Shadow and the Warp it's kind of unexplained a little bit in the lore because when Tyranid Hive Fleets will come in and invade worlds, psychers will all of a sudden like lose their connection with the warp. Planets report of having like headaches and sometimes even people going crazy because of this just overwhelming force that comes from the Hive Fleets entering into close proximity of planets. So a lot of people speculate on the lore at this point about maybe this is like big Norn Queen, like different Tyranid models that just have so much psychic power that they have this big shadowing effect. But what is for sure in the lore is that it definitely happens when Hive Fleets come in close proximity to invade a planet. So pretty powerful ability. Definitely made a lot stronger in this edition with the Vanguard Onslaught detachment. Really good. It was kind of, before we got our codex, it was kind of like this is kind of a cool ability. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, like this example. But you can really stack a bunch of units in there. Death Leapers, Neuro Lictors, Neuro Tyrants, all kinds of different models like that in the Tyranid Hive Fleet that really buff that Shadow and the Warp ability. So, yeah, great question. Thank you, guys.
Yep.
All right, we only got 2 units left to shoot. One of them is going to be the Trigon, which is he within 12 of Magnus? Will you measure that out for me?
He is, absolutely.
So let's go ahead and do it just for fun.
Yep.
This Trigon is going to shoot 6 shots into Magnus. Hitting on 3s. Actually, -1 because he's not a heavy. So one hit. Woohoo!
Was it a 6?
It was.
So sustained hits 2.
Sustained hits 2. So we got 3 wounds here, but we need
6s.
6s. Pretty sure. 1 goes through.
Go.
So
Right.
AP 0. So you need a 2-up save.
There's a 3.
All right, so he saved. And the last guy is going to be the Swarm Lord. He does have a torrent weapon, so that's going to help.
Yep. Bypassing the hit roll entirely.
Yeah.
So torrent weapons are basically like flamers and that type of
Whoops.
things that if you're close enough to a torrent weapon, you would just automatically get hit by it. Right?
Yep. They auto hit, and normally they also ignore cover, so which is really good. So 6 of these go through automatically. Also, once again, strength 5, so 6s to wound. It looks like 1. So -2 AP, or 1 AP, sorry.
It's a 5. I save it.
Okay, sounds good. So if we're going to have to do this, we're going to have to do it in melee. So here we go. We are going to charge with the Swarm Lord into Magnus himself. Warlord versus Warlord.
Oh boy.
Here we go. That's a 6.
Cool. All right.
All right. Now, do you remember what the epic challenge strat was?
Yeah, so it's 1 CP, and it basically means you get to. It doesn't really apply here because we're already mono or Magnus EUO. And so in this case, it won't do you any good. But if, for example, Ahriman was leading a unit of rubrics, you could use the epic challenge strat to take on Ahriman directly.
Ah, that's what it was.
So instead of having to go through the bodyguards first.
All right. Well, we only got one CP left, and we're going to use it on the stratagem Massive Impact. That's a Crusher Stampede stratagem that we have. On a successful charge, you pay 1 CP. You roll 6 dice. So here we go. And for every 4-up we get here, we do a mortal wound. So we kind of need this. Looks like 2 mortal wounds go through to Magnus on the charge.
All right. So that's down to 10 for him. Now,
Okay.
at the beginning of the fight phase, I will activate a reroll of a save, of a failed save,
Okay.
which will put me down to 2.
Okay. All right. Then we activate Swarmlord. He's going to have to do it.
But I could actually put that on 2 models with that. Because I can activate it for 1 psyker and activate it by another psyker. However, it does have to apply to a psyker, so I can't actually activate it.
So, yeah, the Contemptor's
Just once.
not a psyker, right?
Correct.
Otherwise, that would be a really good choice to be able to target both of those guys.
Yep.
All right. 8 attacks here, hitting on 2s. 2 1s in there, unfortunately.
I take it back. I can. It's a Thousand Suns model whose unit is within 18 inches.
Oh, there you go.
So I can.
Contemptor can definitely use that.
Yep. Contemptor and Magnus get 1 reroll of a failed save.
Perfect. We had 6 successful wounds or hits here.
Okay.
9 to your strength 10.
This is Magnus, right?
Yeah.
11.
So I need 5s and 6s here. However, this is twin linked. So
So full reroll on the wound.
So we got 3 successful wounds, followed by 2 more. So that is 5 total at AP 2.
All right, so that puts me at my 4-up invul, and I get 1, 2, 3. I miss on 2 of them.
Okay, flat 3 damage.
Oh boy! So that's 6 out of my 10, bringing me down to 4, which, if I remember correctly, makes me angry.
All right.
Makes me wussy, actually.
So now we would fight with the Malin Scepter. However, he didn't make a charge. And if they're already in combat, whoever's turn it is, the opposite person is going to get an initiative first. So the Contemptor Dreadnought is going to have a chance to kill him here. So
Let's see what happens. 5 attacks. The 1 misses, 3's hit. And then this is strength. I believe it was strength 9. So 5s and 6s. No, this is strength 12. The Dreadnought combat weapon for the Relic Contemptor. So on 4s. So 1 miss, so 3 at -2, flat 3 damage.
we need 4-ups here. Ooh, we missed one of them.
Okay.
All right, Malin Scepter. That's going to be it. Here's our explosion. See if he explodes. Oh, he does.
Do it.
No.
That's awesome.
All right.
I love it.
A big explosion in the middle.
Does he do D6 or D3?
I think he does D3. I gotta look this up. I don't have the
So-
explosions memorized.
So you're telling me that beautiful girl is not a
D3. Yeah. It's
All right.
almost, that's a good thing, man. I played, so that unending swarm list I played, I had 2 Tervagons in there regenerating the Termagants for the swarms. However, when they die, they did D6 explosions.
Oh my
And the way that army is, you're very close to everything to give those buffs out. And oh man, it destroyed a lot of stuff. So sometimes having D6 explosions is not the greatest.
Yep.
All right, so let's go.
So it's 6 inches.
6 inches,
Is
yep.
the Mutolith within range?
No, I
Not
don't think
quite.
so.
But him, or him, her, him, and him, and him.
And the Swarm Lord. Okay, here we go.
Mauler Fiend first.
Mauler Fiend first, D3. That's a 1.
Okay, and 6. Means he's at half strength, which means he will have to take a battle shock test.
Next one.
Connie.
Contemptor. 2.
Okay, down to 2.
Demon Prince.
Burns.
1.
Down to 6. Not at half strength yet.
Hellroot. 2.
Uh-oh. That puts him at half strength.
Magnus. 1.
All right.
Swarmlord. 2.
Okay. You got 12, right?
I believe 10. So he goes down to 8 wounds on the Swarmlord.
Okay.
Okay, and she's gone.
Dun,
All right.
dun, dun. And now I get to strike back with Magnus.
Yep.
Now, I am -1 to hit because I am below 6 wounds. However, Magnus receives the benefit of his own aura on psychic attacks, so he gets +1, still hitting on 2s. So we are gonna strike you.
Strike me down.
All right, 7 attacks. We got 5, 6, 7 on 2s. No rerolls, so 6 of those go through, but 2 of them were 6s, and it is a psychic attack, so I'm going to put 2 more back in. So I'm now up to 8 attacks. These are devastating wounds. So strength 16, toughness 10. So that is 3s, but I get +1 to my wound roll also. That is part of Magnus's aura. So on 2s, however, 6s do devastating wounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sorry, man. Okay, so I just did 3 times 5. I just did 15 devastating wounds.
This demon Primarch just
Whoa.
slapped this Swarmlord off the table. All right, does he explode?
Yes!
He does! Oh my
Awesome.
goodness.
So he can kill Magnus.
All right. Magnus and
Hellbrute.
Hellbrute
Yeah,
does the
probably
Contemporary, probably. Yep.
Oh yeah.
All right, who do you want first?
Go Magnus.
Magnus. 3. Does that kill him?
That kills him, so I get to roll an explosive
This
test.
might chain reaction here. Oh, 3 on the Dreadnought too.
Dreadnought? Okay.
Or, yeah.
Yep. Okay.
And then the 2.
All right, down to 2 wounds.
Jeez.
That was awesome. And now,
This is like a little bit of a chain reaction here.
let's see a 6.
All right, let's see it.
Oh, come on,
Oh,
Magnus.
close.
Blow up. All right, that was awesome.
Wow, that was a lot.
So you killed Magnus by exploding. That was great.
All right.
On a 2, she stands back up. On a 4. All
Okay.
right, with D6 wounds remaining. That's 3.
Okay.
And I basically just stand her right back up. I can't be in combat when I stand back up, but I have to be as close to my dying point.
All right, guys. That's going to be it for round 2 for Tyranids. Let's score it up. We
16 wounds on Magnus. That's a big one. That's 4 points.
Yep. Bring it down. We got that one. And even though the Dreadnought died and came back to life, it still counts as being destroyed. It was how was the total wounds
10.
on that? 10?
10 on her, yeah.
Okay. And that's all we killed, right?
I think so.
So, yeah. Just barely getting those points here. Storm hostile objective. We did with the Trigon steal
Yeah.
that objective for 4 points.
For sure.
And that's going to be it. So, brings us to John at 16 and Tyranids at 14.
What?
Yeah, but you're about to score a lot of primary here.
15 points. Oh, no.
Yeah,
10 points.
10 points
10
here.
points
Controlling 1, 2, these 2 objectives.
Okay.
Okay. So
The
that
game
that
is
bumps you up
on.
to 26-14. So here we go.
All right. Okay, so cheese.
Queso cheese.
We're going
Good
to
stuff.
take off our battle shock tests on the dreadnoughts and the Mutalith, but I'm at half wounds, under half wounds, over half wounds, under half wounds. So I need to take 3 tests here.
Yeah.
First one on the Mauler Fiend, I need 6. I got a 6. Contemptor, I need a 6. Got a 5. Oh no. And Hellbrute, got a 4. Okay, so I'm still battle shocked with 2 units here. So
Oh shoot, that means you don't score that
I,
objective right there.
I don't score that objective.
So that's only 5 points.
Uh-oh, see? That's where battle shock pays off dividends.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't score 5 points. What's up?
Is Magnus alive or is he dead?
He is dead. Yeah.
He got exploded.
The Swarm Lord, when he died, did a deadly demise explosion and did 3 mortals to him and took him out.
Like in lore. In lore.
Oh, in lore?
In lore.
Oh, no, he's...
No, Magnus is alive and well. He is
Yeah.
just rocking and rolling. He owns the warp.
Yeah, no, he's one of the Primarchs in the story where he appears quite a bit and still for sure is kicking around. And
Yeah.
yeah.
He kind of went a little bonkers maybe. Maybe just a touch. A little bonkers. But other than that, he's doing great.
Yeah.
Doing great. He did grow some feathers. Little, just a little.
Still very much part of the story
Absolutely.
in the lore. So, yeah, we're excited to see that.
All right, so command phase, I don't have to pick Magnus's thing. I do still have to pick my psychic attacks and stuff.
Okay.
So I'm going to remain with sustained hits. I only have 2 psychers left on the board, generating only 5 Cabal points now.
Okay.
Magnus was my big generator.
CP for you for the turn.
CP, thank you. Okay, so now I've got to take this one. Now I've got 4 models to kill. One's barely wounded, one's even less barely wounded, and 2 at full strength, and they're all tough. So, how are we gonna do this? Well, guess what we're gonna do. Oh, let's see.
I mean, not a lot of pressure on you, John. You pretty much just have to keep holding stuff in the middle to outwin me in the game. So,
You gotta make sure you don't take any more objectives from me, because that'll give you points. Which means I need to get my wounded guys hidden somehow. Alright, let's see. Don't think I'm moving either of my dreadnoughts. I can shoot this guy with both of my dreadnoughts. Leave, yeah. I'm gonna move my chaos spawn right around the corner here. Would you like to overwatch?
nope.
Okay. Would you like to overwatch against any of my models if I move them? Just not that you have to commit to it, but
No, probably not. I only have 1 CP because of the Swarm Lord dying,
okay.
and I might have to use it for some saves.
Okay. We're gonna just come over here and rumble with you a little bit. My demon prince is going to move this direction. Maybe he moves this direction. I think he's going to want to move that direction actually. Just a minute. 6 inches right over here. Take off some wounds, maybe. Yeah. Mauler Fiend.
So with our viewers watching, are Tyranids and Thousand Sons any armies that you guys currently own? Yeah, just wondering.
No, I'm just not going to get close enough to shoot or fight with him. So I think what I want to do is just do a little bit of defensive.
Defense.
Now my mule riff on the other hand. Yeah, this is where
Hello, chum.
All right. Okay. So that's it for my movement phase. I do force a battle shock over there and do mortals on a 5. That is D3 mortals. That's 2.
7, 8. He passes his battle shock test, but he does how many mortals?
2.
2. Takes him down to 11 wounds on this Tyrannofex.
Okay. What's his invul? No invul.
No invul.
What's his armor?
2 up.
Okay, I'm gonna beam attack him. 1 shot.
Okay.
On a 3, not a 1.
Ooh.
Man.
Just considering using a reroll here.
I am indeed. I really don't want to. But I'm gonna do it. We're going for it.
All right.
This is it. Different dice though. That one's grounded. On the 3. All right. We got a 4.
Successful hit.
Strength 18. Toughness
12.
12. So 3. That's a 4.
Okay.
Minus 4 AP.
Minus 4. So that's going to be a 6 up. Nope. Damage.
All right. D6 plus 6.
Okay.
1.
Hmm.
All right. Well, I don't have a way to re-roll that, so 7 damage.
So even though that's only a 1 damage on the roll with the 6, we're going to use our once per battle ability on this Tyrannofex and make that a 0 characteristic.
Yeah, that's a good call.
So once per battle, you can change the damage characteristic to 0. So yeah.
Excellent. All right.
So I've used it up on this Tyrannofex. I still have that once per battle ability on this one as well. So.
All right. Gonna shift gears here. We're gonna come over to this side. Gonna attack the Moloch.
Dragon.
The Dragon. Gonna start with Aramon's single. Well, we'll start with his pistol. Jeez. A 5. Need a 6 to wound. That's a 3. So nothing there. And then his psychic attack, which is psychic stock. This is 1 attack, 4 hits. He hits on a 2, but it's strength 6, so I need a
Toughness
5.
10.
10, so I need a 5. That is a 4. That does not hit. Okay. So Aramon whiffed. Hellbrute. He's going to do 2 attacks, which is Combi Bolter. Both hit. Strength 4, so 6s. Got 1 6. 1 at minus 1, 1. Ooh, I actually get 2 more attacks there because it's rapid fire. No more 6s though. Okay.
Failed. What's the damage?
Just 1.
Just 1. So they have 14 wounds. So he's going to go down to 13.
There you go.
Yep, you put that on him.
Down. All right, 13 on old Trigon over here. Now, all right, now we're going to go with Dreadnought number 1 right here into this
Tyrannofex.
Tyrannofex. All right, so he's got the las cannons and the missile. So that's going to be 5 shots, all the same profile. Okay, on 3s. And then strength 12 for all of it, toughness 12.
Yep.
So 4s, I got 2 at minus 3. These are d6 plus 1 each.
With cover, it's going to be 4 ups. Missed 1.
Okay.
Go for damage.
1, okay. d6 plus 1 is only 2.
2 damage. Okay, so he goes down to 12 wounds on this one.
Okay. And then his twin heavy bolters, 3 shots, 2 hits. That is sustained, however, so get 1 back. Back at 3. Need 6s, but it's twin linked. Got 1 at minus 1, flat 2.
Minus 1 with cover. That's going to be a 2 up save, so we're good.
Okay. Same idea from that dreadnought, same guy.
Okay.
Okay, so this is going to be my 36-inch range. Yes, that one's good. Okay. Okay, so this is 12 shots.
Okay.
6. 12. Overcharged. 3s. That's 6 that go through, and this is strength 8, toughness 12, so 5s and 6s. 1, 2, 2 at -3, flat 3.
So missed one of those.
Okay.
Flat 3.
Flat 3.
Go down to 9.
Boreas air defense. Hits. Wound. Doesn't wound. That's strength 12, toughness 12. Twin heavy bolters. Sustained hits. Back up to 2. Not on. Oh, this is twin linked. 1 at -1, flat 2.
Saved it on a 5-up.
Cool. And that's both of them. Alright, now we've got. I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, it works. Let's see. His armor saves also a 2, does it?
3.
But his toughness 10.
Toughness 10 with a 3-up save.
Okay. So we're going to shoot my Demon Prince's Infernal Cannon into the Trigon.
Okay.
This is 6 shots. On 2s.
Okay.
Cool. And then on 6s. I've got 1, 2, 3. 3 at -1, flat 2.
4-ups. Woo, we made them all.
Nice.
2 4s and a 6. Can't touch this.
Mm-hmm.
Except for in melee, he's gonna touch it a lot.
Connie the Contemptor. We will shoot her shots over here. She's gonna do her plasma. Oh, over there I need to roll my. Oh, I take 3 mortals over on that dreadnought. So that puts me at.
So that's because of the hazardous weapon keyword. He wanted to overcharge it to do more damage, but you have to do a hazardous test, and you take mortals.
Yep. So
Or
that
if you're
dreadnought's
infantry,
down
you
3,
just die.
9. Yeah. Well, infantry, you take 1. Infantry, you take one mortal. Characters.
Depends on the unit.
It
Some units, I guess it's data card dependent because some of them are just destroyed. Tau models. What am I thinking of? Those crisis battle suits. Those ones take mortals. They don't destroy a whole unit. I think. So I guess it is dependent on each unit. So
Yeah. All right. So 4 shots with a supercharged plasma blaster.
supercharge.
Right here. No 1s, not even a 2.
Okay.
So 1 goes through, strength 8, toughness 10 again, right?
12.
12. Oh, no.
Oh,
right
yep,
here.
10. Yeah.
10. So the 5 goes through, that's -3, 2 damage.
Ooh, that's a 1.
Okay, so down to 11.
Okay.
And then my crack is whack missile. That hits. And that is a wound, -2 d6 damage.
Oh, another one.
Man. That's 6. That's all 6.
Ooh, wow.
So we're now down to 5 here.
Okay.
Do you have a CP? Did you already re-rolled that, right? Did you? Do you want to re-roll that one?
No, not for this one.
Okay. So down to 5 there. And that is it. That's all my shooting. So now, charges. Mauler Fiend is going to try to make this charge.
You can do it.
I will need, to get within 1 inch, I will need, I believe it's an 11.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yep. See what happens.
Malavine!
Not with the 4.
Cool.
All right, cool.
You want a CP reroll that?
I do not.
Oh, I guess you don't have CP.
I don't have CP.
Yeah. All right, never mind.
All right. This dreadnought charging Mal. What's his deadly demise?
It is. He doesn't even have it. Oh wow.
Charging in. All right. So I've got 11. That guy gets in.
Cool.
The.
I was considering that, and yeah, he doesn't even have it on his day sheet.
Aw. The Chaos Spawn, they get in. Aramon, he gets in. Mauler Fiend, or Hellbrute, he gets in.
Nice.
And last but not least, Mutalith, and he gets in. Yeah,
We'll push these guys together. Okay.
Swing him, yeah, he's perfectly fine just like that.
Okay.
All right, cool. You do not have 2 CP again, so you cannot interrupt. So I'm gonna start with
Go for it.
Mauler Fiend over there, or Mutalith over there. He will do his claw attack, which is 5 attacks. 2 up armor save.
Yep.
Pass. Yep. So 5 attacks on 3s. And then strength 9, toughness 12. So 5s and 6s, 2 of them at -2, flat 4 damage.
Saved one of them.
Okay, so 4.
Goes down to 7.
All right, over here we will start with the. What's the Duradeo doing about? Duradeo doesn't do much. That's a tongue twister. Let's go with Aramon. Hey, why not, right? So he's got 5 attacks, and these are psychic, so he gets the sustained hits with them. No sustained hits, 4 of them hit. Strength 7, so I need 5s and 6s, got 1 5 and 2 6s. So that is -1, flat 3 damage.
Saved 1. So 2 go through.
Okay. Flat 3, so that's it.
So that's
6.
a dead Tragon. Alright. Makes that easy.
Cool.
It's going to score you some bringing down points.
All right,
And we
you're
fight over
there.
here. So our Tyrannofix is below half strength. So that means because of this is, and see, this is kind of funny. This is the first time I'm using this the entire game with Crusher Stampede, where I'm below starting strength, so I get +1 to hit. And I'm below half starting strength, so I should get +1 to wound as well. So this looks really good on paper, but like unless it's timed out just right, like probably not going to work really well. Especially where John's been so good at like focus firing things down when he shoots into it and then charges into it. So here we go. So normally we're hitting on 3s, but because of our Crusher Stampede ability, we're hitting on 2s with 4 attacks. You know, we got 1 in there, so 3 hits. Strength 8 to toughness 10, so 5s and 6s, but +1 to wound, so 4s. 1 5 in there. Nope, 2 5s.
Right.
So 0 AP.
0. So 4s. Oh no, didn't save either of them.
2 damage apiece.
Uh-oh. All right.
All right, that's it.
Let's grab that other dice and roll on feel no pains. 1, so 3 damage on him.
Okay.
Hold him to 9/8. Okay. All right.
All right. So at the end of John's turn, he's going to score 3 points for Bring It Down, for killing that Trigon, and then he's going to score 4 points for storming the hostile objective, which was this objective here. Yeah, and then we're good to go. On my turn, I don't control any objectives. Big goose egg. So this is where he's really going to pull ahead. Yeah, see if we can score some bring it down and storm hostile objective points. So,
Got a lot of wounded guys out
Yeah.
there. Should be able to score some points here.
so we are gonna move our Exocrine here. Start moving up the board here. Maybe he can take something here in a minute. We shall see. We're gonna move our Tyrannofax as well.
What's your OC?
She has a 5 OC,
Oh,
so
so that
I just
objective
take
will
that
be
objective
yours.
right now, which is
Potentially.
great. And we're gonna have to focus everything into the Mauler Fiend. All right, I think this can go pretty quick from here on out. So we're gonna shoot with the Exocrine into the Mauler Fiend. Whoops. Number of shots 3 plus 3, so 6 shots total. Hitting on 3s. Is there a minus? No, she's out of range of the Demon Prince.
Which
So
one?
the Mauler Fiend.
Mauler Fiend is out, yes.
So we're hitting on 3s here. 3 misses and 3 hits. That targets her for the rerolling 1s for everyone else that shoots at her.
Nice.
Um,
Toughness 10.
Toughness 10. So we need 5s and 6s here. Nope, nothing.
Oh, no.
All right, Tyrannofax is going to shoot in the same target.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s.
If I may.
Yeah.
I would put a save, a reroll save on these 2 wounded models in the shooting.
Okay.
So that would be -2 and then -1. So that'll bring me down to 2. So I've got 1 more save in me.
Okay. Tyrannofax here is going to shoot the Mauler Fiend on the objective. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. Both hit. Strength 18, toughness
10.
10, so 3s. Oh no. This calls for a reroll. So here we go. Go down to 1 CP. Reroll this. Yeah, 2 wounds. -4 AP.
-4, so 5 up invuln. Yep. Saved 1. I will. That's on the Mauler Fiend, right?
Yes.
Okay. What's your damage?
2d6. Here we go. 8.
Crikey.
Is that how much she got?
Now she's got 12, so
Oh, I thought she had some wounds on her. Dang it.
Not yet.
Okay.
Well, now yet. Down to
So
4.
here's the stinger salvos. Yeah, we'll just go into the Mauler Fiend as well. Hitting on 3s, but we are injured, so we're hitting on 2s. So just take out the 1 here. No sustained or anything like that. Strength 5 to your 10.
Yep.
6s. 2 regular saves.
Okay. This will be 3s. I miss them both. Yeah. 1 damage each.
Yep, 1 damage each.
Yeah, down to 2. Uh-oh. Oh, no. No.
All right, this other Tyrannofax is going to shoot its rupture cannon into the Mutalith,
Okay.
and its stinger salvos into the Hellbrute.
Hellbrute.
No, Mauler Fiend. Sorry,
Mauler Fiend. Okay.
Mauler Fiend.
Yeah. keep it.
So let's do the Mauler Fiend first. Hitting on 3s. No, 2s because I am super injured. Crusher Stampede
And reroll 1s, right?
and reroll 1s. Thank you.
We've actually forgot.
Yeah,
that
we
one
did
last
forget that on the last stinger salvos.
Sorry about that.
All right, and 6s plus 1, so 5s to wound. So 2 regular saves. I need you to fail both of these.
Saved them both.
Ah, okay.
About time.
All right, here's the rupture cannon into the Mutalith, hitting on 2s. Okay, both hit. And then
10.
10, so
so
wounding on 2s. Because I'm below
yeah,
half
that's
strength.
'cause it's- yeah. Oh boy.
Crusher Stampede finally kicking in.
Uh-oh.
2 saves here.
Um,
-4 AP.
So 5s. Saved 1. Ooh. Damage 2d6.
We need to roll high here. We need to roll above an 8. That's a 7.
Okay. 75s. 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds. So I'm down to 4.
Okay.
All right. And that brackets me.
All right.
It's not bracketing anymore.
That's all our shooting. So we're going to go into charges now. We're going to charge the Tyrannofax just into the Hellbrute only. That's a 5. I think that'll do it.
Wait, into the Mauler feed.
The Mauler feed.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
I keep calling it a hell
Oh,
brew.
that's all right.
Okay,
Cool. Hello.
that's it.
Okay.
We're gonna start with that one.
Okay.
4 attacks, hitting on 2s because I'm below starting strength. All hit. Strength 8,
Toughness 10.
so 5s. This terrain effects is not below half, right? Yep. So it only gets 2 wounds. Regular saves.
2 regulars. So
Yep.
that's 3s. What's the damage?
2 damage.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Shoot. Yeah, and if I may, I will put a reroll save. Well, it doesn't matter because I'm not gonna get it.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right, over here, your Mutalith gets to fight first because I did not charge you. It's your turn.
Ha ha! I am bracketed or wound damaged. I'm damaged
Okay.
at 4 wounds, so that means I get my.
We know you're damaged. You're playing Thousand Suns.
Hey, come on. 5 attacks. Hitting on 4s. Ooh, that's pretty good. 2 misses. 5 and 2 6s. Now strength 9, so I need 5s and 6s again. There's 3 6s.
Okay.
-2, flat 4.
-2, so we need 4 ups here. Saved 2, 1 of them. So flat 4.
Yep.
All right, does she explode? She's got a big explosion. Nope.
Ah.
Ooh, do I want to make her explode? Yeah, I do. I'm going to use my CP. Make her explode. Here we go, guys. Explosion. 1! Oh, no! D6 explosion, and she scores a 1. So she only does 1 mortal to you.
Well, let me see if it hits. It does. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're feeling no pains.
So
Yep.
he's down to 3.
Yeah, all right, guys. Okay.
Okie dokie. That was pretty good.
Pretty good. That is going to score you, bring it down on my turn, though, too.
Ooh.
Yeah, you get to kill that. I guess it would score on your turn, but it's okay.
We
All right,
like
guys. I'm going to score... How much was the Mauler Fiend?
that. 12
wounds?
hit points. Yep.
Okay.
12 wounds.
So I'm just going to score 3 points for that and 4 for Storm Hostile Objective. Thousand Suns, let's go.
All right. I get 10 for primaries.
Okay.
Holding 2.
Yep.
Roll some battle shocks here. Got Connie with he has 3 with a 6, so she passes. Woohoo! And Hellbrute with a 5 doesn't pass. Okay. Hello. Armon's gonna move 10 inches.
Yep.
This is turn 4, so I can actually probably put down 1 more. Yep, so these guys, I'm just going to run inside the building here. And they will be putting down an objective on the backside here. 6 inches. It's going to have this way. Inches. Run in here.
All right, so pretty much if he can kill this Tyrannifex this turn, he's going to score buku points.
Yeah.
And it probably is going to be the nail in the coffin at that point. So we'll see. Shoot with your big stuff first.
Sounds like a plan. All right, so let's go. Anybody got ranged weapons that I need to worry about? No, the answer is no. So we're going to go beam with my Mutalith.
Okay.
I am damaged. But I get to give you got to take a battle shock test and take D3 mortals. one mortal.
Mr. Green's leadership. 8. I just failed it.
Oh.
Failed a battle shock. There we go.
Okay.
And how many mortals?
You got a CP over here, just one.
Just one, so it goes down to 13.
Okay.
Okay.
Beam attack. Yeah. It hits on a 4.
Okay.
Strength 9, so, strength 18, so on a 3 it wounds. Minus 4, d6 plus.
Damage. Just roll it.
Boy.
3 up save.
A 1.
You got a CP.
You got 13?
Yeah.
Yep, I'm going to have to spend it here. Different dice, that one's grounded. Oh, no.
It's still a 1. Reroll the damage roll. Okay. So how much total?
So that's 7 damage.
So 6 wounds remaining.
CP for 1s. All right.
Okay. Next shots.
Next shots. So how many you got left?
6.
6.
And the X screen, once it's in melee, it does nothing. It has a blast weapon, so
Okay.
it won't be able to shoot its damage output in melee.
Okay. 5. 2,
So it's probably dead, is what we're saying.
12. All right. I've got. So that Daredale is going to shoot the plasma coronade here.
Okay.
All other shooting there. So plasma coronade supercharged, 12 shots on 3s. And then strength 8, so on 5s and 6s. So 4 at minus 3, flat 3.
So no cover here, I think. So minus, how much you said?
That is flat minus 3, flat 3.
So 5 ups. Made
I am shooting through this, so you, and that, so you do actually get +1 to your save.
Are you shooting here?
This was the plasma. What am I shooting?
I think you're shooting here.
I
you
am
say.
shooting here.
Yeah. So 1 save. So 3 of those go through.
3 of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 9 damage. That's
Ooh.
9 wounds.
So we're gonna have to use the once per battle ability on this terrain effects to make one of those go to 0. So she would have 3 left.
Okay.
Okay.
3 heavy bolter shots over there.
Now it is what it is. We've used all our CP. We've used all our cool stuff.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So we rolled 1 6. So back up to 3 on the heavy bolter. Need
Okay.
6s. Twin linked. Got 1 6.
Okay, it goes through.
Flat 2 damage.
Down to 4.
Boreas air defense missiles. That is a 6. And strength 12. A 1's not going to cut it.
Cool.
So missed there. This one here, we will put. We're going to put my twin heavy bolter over there, and my missiles over there, and my 4 las cannon shots over here.
A lot of guns.
All right, 4 heavy las cannons right here. 1, 2, 2. What is this? Strength 12. Oh, another 1. Okay. Rounded dice. All right. So over there, 1 shot. On a 4, it hits. Oh, on a 6, it wounds. That is minus 3.
Nope, goes through.
D6 plus 1. That's 3, 4.
That's 4.
That's
Does it explode? Nope, doesn't. X screen's dead.
All right. So that's all his shooting because the other stuff doesn't matter. All right. Psychic from Aramon, single shot. It hits. Does not wound. What else have I got? I got Connie and Hellbrute. So Hellbrute's got 4 shots. All hit. 5s and 6s. Okay. Need 6s. And it is not twin linked. So just need 6s and I got none of them. Okay, and Connie. I'm doing oh, Connie's got her 2 plasma. Oh, nope, no hazardous up there. All right, 4 plasma blaster shots. 1 miss, 3 hits, strength 8, so 5s and 6s. There's 1 5, -3, flat 2.
5 up. Nope. Flat 2.
Flat 2.
And a 1 wound left.
No 1s on that hazardous roll. And my crack is whack grenade. Yep. 1. And 5 or 6. That's a 5, -2 d6.
Okay. -2 d6. Ooh, goes through.
1.
It's dead.
All right.
All right, guys. So I've been tabled, so we're gonna round up the points here. If there's anybody still watching, we really appreciate you guys. If you have any final questions or anything you guys want to ask about, even 3 sides of the cube, our armies, what other armies are we playing, anything you guys want to talk about, go ahead and get that into the chat now while me and John are kind of finishing up the totaling the last of this game.
Yep.
We'd love to answer them if you're still here. We really
Absolutely.
appreciate you guys. Yeah, he tabled me at the end of round 4 here.
So keep in mind, this army that I played is not a tournament ready army. I cannot take this to a tournament. I've got 3 models on here that I can't even submit to a tournament because they're a legend, so they're not able to go anywhere, except for maybe a for fun tournament. There are some tournaments that, you know, bypass some of the rules and allow you to bring snarly, weird armies, and this would fit in really well to something like that. What do you think?
So just at the end of this round, 47-21, 1,000 Suns. Nice job, John.
Thank you for playing.
Super fun. Fun to see all these monsters clash on the battlefield like this. This isn't a list that we usually would see play, so that's why it's fun to just get all these guys out here, get them all crashing against each other.
We had a bunch of explosions.
Which set off chain reactions across the boards. Super fun. I do still like the Crusher Stampede. It's not one of my favorites. I don't think it's the top tier, but it's good in the sense that you get to play those monsters, and if they survive, they get a lot of buffs on them. One thing I wish that the Crusher Stampede detachment had is a little bit more regeneration. We used to have the rapid regeneration stratagem where you could pay 1 CP in the command phase and regain D3 wounds. I feel like the detachment's really missing that. They gave that to the invasion fleet instead, which was kind of like, okay. But other than that, I do think it would be, would love to try sometime the Harridan or some of these really big monster Forge World units in this detachment. I think they could be really good. But yeah, fun list to play, and man, what a fun game. So, yeah.
So Pat has been aching to play against a heavy vehicle list because his AdMech have all sorts of vehicle or anti-vehicle weapons. So you might see this list one more time, just for fun. Give Pat a shot at just flattening me, which I love to do also. Win or lose, this is just a great game, and I love it. So we hope you love it too. Yeah.
The only comment we have was, how could you let the swarm lose? Bring in the second wave.
Yeah, we tried. That's just that was just the initial blood. We've got more blood to throw at this army.
Got 250 models to throw on this table now. Just slather it with termagants.
Yeah. The other videos that are coming up, we're doing our Orktober tournament for the Orktober Cup. We've got this little Orc Cup that we just do for fun as 3 sides of the cube. We do a yearly tournament for us. This is it right here. I'm the defending champ from last year. Got to defend it again. So the next videos we're going to be posting are going to be some of those videos. I'm playing the Vanguard Onslaught list. Oh man, it is proving to be brutal.
Yeah.
It would be a really good drinking game. Like every time I say Battle Shock, take a shot. Oh my gosh, you would be on the floor by the end of
In a 3-hour game, you'd be on the floor
Yeah.
in round 1.
It'd be pretty bad, yeah. So pretty fun. I'm really having fun playing with it. I bought a couple of neural lictors just to add to the list, and oh man, it's gonna be fun. So
Yeah.
look for those videos as we get
Might
those
be
edited.
might be us facing
It's true.
off with our tournament list.
It's all 5 of us, and it's a double elimination. So you have to lose twice to be kicked out. So yeah, it could come.
Yeah.
We'll let you know what the final bracket is when we get there. So
Could be us. Might not be us, but it could be us.
very different lists. If it is Tyranids versus Thousand Suns, yeah, extremely different lists. But yeah, it'll be fun to play. So
All right, we will see you next time. Have fun playing.
good gaming out there.
Yeah.